streaming. And then once you're in, would you rather be a waitress or a school teacher?
School teacher.
All right. So this is a one shot. Hopefully it's done tonight. If not, it'll be done. You know, it won't take a full session next week, I doubt. Unless I'm vastly misunderstand how this is going to go. If anyone dies or whatever, there's some backup characters you can play. If you play the game like, oh my god, something a little bit bad happened, I'm getting in a car and I'm leaving town, it's going to be a real short session, so try to have a reason to actually want to be somewhat involved. I mean, if you're to the point where there's like nothing else that would ever make sense for your character, okay, fine, and then we'll just, you know, hand you someone else. But if you spend all night trying to avoid the adventure, that's probably not going to be fun. So, you know, embrace the one shot, I would say. Also have a town map. You're in the town of Stowell. Throw that in there while we're at it. All right, let's get Al's character. He looks like Cthulhu. That's great.
Population 4,122. Not sure if there's a decimal or the commas in the wrong place.
It's British. It's a comma. They use commas instead of periods.
Although this is set in the U.S., so, you know.
122 population.
Do with that what you will.
Where do you guys see this? Am I missing it?
It's in your
I shared a map.
Book section.
I'd kind of like to make that the background for the game, but I don't know how. I hit show to players. That probably just popped up if it wasn't already.
Yep.
All right. So you guys are all happen to be 27 years old, I saw when I was handing out the characters sheets or typing them out. We're going to assume you all, you know, grew up in this town. You all know each other. You probably all went to school together in the same class. Your class was probably like, you know, 50 to 60 people or something with the population this size. So you all know each other pretty well. Let's see. Everybody make sure you look at your... I gave you a handout, but it's the same info should be on everybody's bio. So if you open your character sheet, you go to the bio and info section. Right at the top, it'll have like your name, age, occupation, and then there's like a short paragraph about something that's, I think for everybody, it's either a problem you have or something weird going on in your life right now. So that's, you know, somewhat, you know, a motivation or whatever for you. And then just, you know, take a quick look at what you look like, you know, what you got. You're all just, you know, average run-of-the-mill people. Al, I was telling everyone there's a luck stat on your character sheet that is something you can spend when you miss a roll and pay the difference to succeed. There's no real downside in one shot to burning it all by the end of the night, other than I might ask you for a luck check at some point. And if you have spent all your luck, it's going to be real hard to make that check. Or I might say, you know, like a monster jumps out and tries to eat your face. You're all together in a party. It's going to go for whoever has the lowest luck. Stuff like that. So it's not completely safe to spend it all, but in a long campaign, luck comes back very slowly. So in a one shot, you don't really have to worry about it too much. Stats you got are strength. Most of these are self-explanatory. Education is basically knowledge, not intelligence. Power, you don't usually use directly, but think of it like willpower. The average stat for a person, I believe, is about 50. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 40 to 60. Well, either way, that'd still be close to 50. So assume if you got above a 50, you're pretty good at that thing. And if you're below 50, it's like a weakness relative. If you had a strength of like 30, that's like a little kid. And size is kind of like your, combo of your height and weight compared to the average person. I assume the average person's about a 50. Magic points are probably not going to come up, but those are derived from, I think, willpower. Sanity could come up if you ever lose more than, I don't remember. I'm going to wing it on sanity because I did not reread the whole damn rulebook. I reread the combat section and that was about it. If you lose a bunch of sanity at once, you can go, a little bit crazy, either temporarily or if you lose a lot of sanity long term. A lot of that would manifest itself in, you standing there gibbering, stunned, or getting scared and running, or, whatever's entertaining for the most part. All right. Everyone got a character sheet? Seem good? Excellent. We have... Let's see here.
Eric.
Yeah.
Do you have the Call of Cthulhu PDF?
It'd still be on my Google Drive. Let me check. That'd actually be great because if, I don't know a rule, I don't really want to stop to look, but someone else might be able to. Yes. Is that the one? I think that's the one. That should work. Maybe it's going to ask me for permission when you try. Let me know. You might already all have permission.
I need access.
Damn it. Do I do that through email? Looks like.
Oh, I need access.
Got Adam's email. Get one from Dave.
West.
Might be able to.
I sent a request.
Oh, okay. Yep, I got it. Anyone else while I'm sitting in my email?
I learned about this.
What do you need emails for?
No.
If you were not,
If you want to look at the PDF of the rulebook,
you don't need them. Don't worry about it. It's reading.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for suckers.
All right. Well, if anyone else needs it, let me know. But all
I learned
right.
about this new AI tool called Notebook LM, where you can shove PDF documents into it, then you can ask it questions about it.
I tried giving a PDF for a Warhammer adventure to ChatGPT and asked it questions about that, and it was very mixed. Like, if you could direct it to like some page numbers, it was really good, but it just didn't it couldn't take the whole thing in at once. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna try it. I'll let you know the results.
Uploading copyrighted material, Adam.
That's all right. It's like on your account, your Google account.
Yeah.
So it's
Cool.
not publicly accessible.
That would actually be really.
And it's not totally stripping it for its own benefit. Oh, wait.
Oh, right. How does sanity work?
Well, given that this is already in Google Drive, what's the difference?
That's true.
If this was a Google product. All right. Let's see. Let me find the intro here. All right. So you guys all hopefully have read your background, bio, whatever stuff. For one reason or another. So today, it's February. It's pretty cold out. Still wintry out there. This is the 1920s. Actually, is this 1920s? Kind of want to lean more towards whatever. It's the 20s. Hold on, let me look at some of this art real quick. Yeah, whatever. 20s. You've all found yourself at Mother's Baker's Diner, which, had any of you been playing the waitress, you'd work at, but, no one's her, so there's a waitress wandering around. You happen to know her. You went to school with her. That's Betty. The rest of you all found yourselves here for one reason or another today. I won't be giving too much away, but let's see here. Shit. No one's Betty, right? That was the waitress. All right. Wesley, you were going to be going to your sister's for dinner, but that fell through, so you ended up coming to the diner tonight. Eloise, the school teacher, that's Al. I don't know. You just needed to get out of your house. All of you for whatever reason.
Wait, what day of the week did you say it was?
It's Tuesday.
Oh, so then I guess a couple of days ago, I was, really disturbed by my preacher talking about slavery, I guess.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm still taken aback, and I need a diner meal.
Bert's probably planning to head over to his parents later because his mom's saying some weird stuff about his dad, and he's like, I haven't been over there in a while. I should probably check up on them. Annabelle lost her job today. In fact, she was on her way to work not long ago and found out she was fired and decided to come here to see if they're hiring. They're not. But now you're probably getting a meal while you're here. And Fred, you're just having an all-around bad day, and you're treating yourself to a meal at, the diner here. You all know each other, and just for the sake of it, what the hell? Since you all know each other, as you walked in, you were just like, what the hell? We're going to sit together. Let's have a meal together. Because I don't know. It's easier.
What did you say Bert was doing? I'm sorry.
Bert, let's see. So you got a call from your mom, right? You're probably like later tonight or maybe tomorrow you're going to head over, and you haven't seen your parents for a few days. Your mom says your dad's acting a little weird, so you'll check it out eventually.
Okay.
Maybe tonight, maybe later. It's up to you. How about you guys are all like, hey, I haven't seen you. Well, actually, you probably see each other all the time. It's a small town, but you're a bunch. You were decent friends in high school. You're all like, hey, all right, cool. Let's sit together and chat a little bit. So, because otherwise, you're all gonna be sitting at different booths in this place, and it's gonna be weird. So anyway, you're all sitting around the table. Go ahead and introduce your character to each other, just so everybody knows who we are.
But we went to school together. We already know.
As players.
Oh.
All right. I'm playing Bert Lowry. I'm 27, but then we all are because we all went to school together.
Yeah.
You know that my dad works at the Commercial Trust and Savings Bank. Let's see. I like wearing smart suits and slick back my hair. I played baseball in high school. Hadn't pulled out that bat in a while, though.
You were pretty popular in high school, probably.
Yeah. Let's see. You're probably pretty sure that I could sell just about anything. This thing right here says I could sell ashes to the devil.
Wow.
That's
pretty good.
Yeah.
That might come up.
Yep. I'm a little. Let's see. Size-wise, I'm a little taller than average. That's about it. No, and pretty strong, but no other really outstanding characteristics. Did you say what build was?
Build.
Build.
I believe that's a number.
Muscles, right?
Yeah, I believe it's based mostly off your size, and for most people, it's a 1.
Okay. Yeah.
There is. And there's some rules around it that I don't remember anymore for. Probably doesn't matter. It's already built in. Like what your damage bonus is in melee and stuff like that.
Yep. That's me. There's some other stuff. It may come out.
Sure.
Well, speaking of working at the bank, my character Wesley Frost works at the bank. I'm also 27, but I'm a real dog. I'm pale,
That's
full of
Dave.
acne, and greasy hair. But I'm real smart. And I love space.
Oh, God, your guy's kind of ugly, man.
He looks a little Lovecraftian already.
Yeah. All right. In the HM General channel, and putting their images as we come across them. You got some serious acne, my dude.
What you gonna do about it?
Yeah, what are you going to do about it? It's the 20s. All right,
Well,
next up. Yeah, there you go.
I'm Eloise Bircher. I'm a school teacher. And I've got a cat, I guess.
You do have a cat.
Cat lady.
No, that's false because my prized possession is actually a canary. Henry. And I like to drink a lot, even though I imagine it's the depression. So I make bathtub moonshine.
Nice.
You're just tired of all those filthy kids at school.
It is not the depression. The depression is 9 years off.
I mean, not the depression.
The prohibition?
Prohibition, yeah. Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah, she has a build of -1, so...
Yeah, and her strength is 30, so you said that's a child, so...
Yeah, she's very weak. All right. How about, who we got? Fred? Let's do Fred.
Okay. Fred Schneck, the town barber. Handsome fellow who likes to dress smartly too.
Is that a scar on your cheek? Or you just got some really interesting cheekbones?
I think just weird 5 o'clock shadow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little weird. And then we got Annabelle, which is Andrew.
I got fired today because of the patriarchy. But as you know, the 19th Amendment was just passed. Women can vote now. Think of how much better everything's going to be. I can't wait until there's a female president. Can someone hire me? I wash dishes.
Where did you work? Oh,
Do they need dishwashers at the bank or the car store?
She worked at Elmer's Steakhouse, a fancy, the fancy restaurant in town.
Yeah, I'm a fancy dishwasher, not a, low quality one.
I might be able to hire you in my illicit moonshine business.
Okay. We'll come back to that, I guess.
All right.
Attractive, but the hard kitchen work is taking a toll, leaving you looking tired and messed up.
So, you guys are eating dinner, catching up, stewing on your own personal problems, whatever. And this would have been better if one of you was the waitress, but so be it.
You could have just assigned me the waitress when I showed up.
Yeah, I could have. I didn't think about this though. The waitress is clearing your dishes, and she's making small talk with you too because she knows all you guys. Went to school with you and all that.
What does she look like?
Oh, yeah. Let's find out. I can do that in at least 60 seconds or less. Why did everything collapse? Betty. There you go. She's been asking you guys if any of you have seen Arnie McDermott, who, you guys also went to school with. He works at the lumber mill. He's married. She keeps asking about him, which is weird. She's like, yeah, I haven't seen him for a few days. You're all pretty sure she's having an affair with him, but it's, kind of a secret. Anyway, she's cleaning your dishes. She heads, Jesus, Chloe. It was like hyperventilating while trying to lick her own ass. All right. The true horror of Cthulhu. And she heads back into the kitchen, and you hear her scream. You hear dishes clatter. And, yeah, that's it. Does anyone want to do anything about it?
I want to hail a taxi and leave town.
Cool. See ya. We're going to assume you guys are the only ones in the diner right now.
Sounds like there may be a dishwasher opening.
I'll get up
Go
to it.
rushing back, yeah.
All right. You hear a low moaning sound, and then you hear Betty screaming again, and she comes running out the doors of those floppy kitchen doors, the ones that don't actually shut. She comes running out, and they go waving back and forth behind her. And she just seems panicked. And what are you doing exactly, Dave? She's probably going to be going right past you.
I'll catch her, kind of stop her.
Okay.
Try to calm her down and figure out what's going on.
She doesn't want to stop there, but she pauses for a moment. She's like, "There's someone back there, and he killed Mama." That's the nickname of the woman who owns the place. She's like stumbling backwards away.
Okay.
Unless you're like holding her and preventing her from going, but she's like trying to get even more distance.
I'll let her go.
Cool.
So this is what, a town of like 4,000?
Yeah.
And we all know each other. The average person would probably, be concerned at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be in a town of 5 million. I think you'd be concerned if you were in a diner and someone ran out of the back saying someone just murdered.
Seen it 100 times.
I'll look back in the kitchen area and see what's happening.
All right. Everyone else just sitting there? Is anyone going up there with him?
Yeah. I'll head up there with him in a moment, but is there a phone out here, or is the phone in the back?
That's a good question. What is 1920s phone situation like in diners?
I think they're usually like behind the bar, but not in the kitchen.
We'll go with that. And I assume it's one of those ones where you pick up and you like get an operator.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so
police out here, so
you'd probably be right around the place where Dave intercepted her.
Okay.
Is there a way for me to get tokens? Just for relative position. I don't have maps or anything, but whatever. Dave, you push open the door and look in there. So the kitchen's back there. You see, steam coming off the grill. And you see the face of Mama, the owner and, main chef of the diner, kind of from behind, like, there's like a counter there, so all you see is like her shoulders up as she's laying on the floor. She's got blood coming out of her mouth, and she's kind of gurgling. She's not really dead yet. And you can see just barely, like, over the counter, someone's, like, hunched over on her. And you see her body, like, jerking back and forth a lot. Like something's tearing at her or, doing whatever. She looks messed up, though. There's, like, blood on the ground, blood on her face. You hear, like, a guttural moaning and like ripping sounds. But you can't quite see because you'd have to like walk into the kitchen a little bit. It's like around the kitchen counter prep area, whatever.
Is there anything around here that looks like it maybe uses a weapon? Like a
Sure, there's pots, there's pans. If you get a little closer where she was doing prep work, there's probably like a knife. Okay. If you're feeling comedic, there's some spatulas and wooden spoons.
Okay.
But probably the easiest thing to grab would be like a pan. But if you get closer up there, closer to like where the body is, then there's a knife.
Sure. All right, I'll do that.
Which one?
Move closer and does using a knife take any particular skill?
I think I'd probably call that brawl because I don't even know anymore.
Okay. I'll grab a knife then.
Let me check quick. They not have an index in this book. There we go. Brawl. They don't have brawl in the index. That's great. Well designed. Skills brawling. Let's see. Let's see it under skills. Is it not a skill? I just when it was a skill. Whatever, we're going with brawl. Unless you actually have a knife skill, and then we'll go with that.
Nope. That brawl. I got a handgun skill, which is better than my brawl skill, apparently.
So you get right up to where you're getting a very good view as you grab the knife. There is a guy, he's got no shirt on. He's like hunched over her, and his face is buried in her belly. He's like, he's not on all fours. He's more like standing and like folded all the way over, like eating down on her. He's like ripping at her with her teeth. You see entrails out. He's like chewing on them, and he's like eating like he's the hungriest dude in the world. She's still alive. You can kind of hear her moaning a little bit. And give me a sanity check.
Ugh, yeah.
It's pretty bad. Roll a foresighter for me. Actually, no, just take two sanity loss.
Which is just.
So there, I think there's a.
Let's go into edit mode and lower it by 2.
Yeah, the left-hand side. Your max hasn't changed.
Okay.
At the moment, I don't think that's enough to do anything to you, but I mean, I really haven't reread all those rules, so we're just going to go with it. Let's see. Failing a sanity roll always causes the investigator to lose self-control for a moment, at which point the investigator should choose an involuntary action, jump in fright, cry out in terror, involuntary movement, involuntary combat action, or freeze. You have any... I'm open to suggestions. Is there anything you're like, oh man, I think this is how I'd react when I got scared?
I'd probably take a swing at him.
Yeah, okay. So, you clutch the knife, and you probably start swinging it wildly in front of you, but not in a way that actually connects. Like, you're actually a little too terrified to even get quite close enough right at that moment. But you're kind of, you do pick it up and you start waving it. And all it really manages to do is he turns, and his face is human. He's not like a weird fang creature or anything. You see scars all over his body. He's dirty, filthy. covered in blood as he
Wait,
looks
was
at
this
you.
Adam's guy?
No. Oh, well, yeah, the face. No, this guy's better looking. And
Nice.
wonder if I have a picture. One sec. There's a bunch of art in here. What the? Nope.
Bye, Andrew.
Nope.
I was trying to switch menus, and instead I hit the bookmark above the menu, which took me to a Path of Exile build.
I don't have any art for this guy. Anyway, so he pulls up. You see like guts coming up with him because he's still got them in his teeth as he like turns and straightens up and looks at you. So he's actually standing now with like entrails in his teeth going all the way down to her belly. She lets out like a little whimpering cry, and he focuses on you. Outside, Eric, you got the phone, and you're probably saying get the police or something, right?
Yep.
All right, no problem. What's everyone else doing? You're definitely hearing commotion back there. Betty is now outside the diner. She ran out. Everyone else just like, I'm sure it'll work out.
The boys will take care of it. Whatever it is.
Wesley will get up and peek his head in.
The patriarchy will take care of it. All right. Yeah, so Adam, give me a sanity roll.
Okay.
As you peek through the doors, you see Dave, what's your guy's name?
Wesley.
Jesus, you guys are bad at that.
Yeah. Bert.
Yeah, you just see Bert like waving a knife around, and then you see what he's waving it at. And it's a guy covered in blood takes you a minute to realize what that is in his mouth going like down, behind the counter there. You don't really see the lady too much.
Okay.
But it freaks you the hell out. Take 2 sanity loss. And
Oops.
you are just kind of frozen in the doorway staring in horror for, a round or two here.
Dave, how did you edit your sanity?
You gotta go edit mode on your sheet.
There's your character sheet. There's in the top right. There's an edit mode button.
There's a
You gotta
slider.
slide it.
Gotcha.
Also, if you go to, there was something on the sheet. There was something on the sheet where you could turn on edit mode, but only for. Okay, on your sheet under settings, so there's skills, combat, backstory, spells, possessions, settings.
Yep.
You can turn on HP edit toggle, MP edit toggle, sanity edit toggle. It'll just turn the ones that you probably should be editing on, so you don't edit the main score by accident.
Where did you see that?
So on your character sheet, you know how there's like a skills section, and to the right of that is combat. Those are tabs essentially.
It's in the middle of your character sheet. There's a list.
Oh,
where
yeah,
you
settings.
build combat.
Yeah, settings over on the right, and then under settings, there's like a controls section. You could probably just turn all 4 of those on.
HP edit.
Man,
edit,
you can change the theme of your sheet. That's cool.
Edit. Oh,
What does
cool.
pulp do? Oh, Jesus.
What?
You can change the theme of your sheet to pulp, which looks real weird.
Oh boy.
All right, anyway. You've regained your wits enough now that you can keep attacking for real if you want, Dave, or you could run. I don't know what your plan is, but you're now in control of yourself.
Okay. I'll swing at this guy. I mean, he needs to be taught a lesson. You don't just start chewing on people
Yeah,
in their own home.
You don't
their
chew
own-
on people. That's not okay. True.
So, all right, combat. What do I do?
You
Well, that's awful.
that's pretty bad. You take a swing at him, and he actually steps forward and tries to grab you by the neck. And give me a perception roll while you're at it.
Okay. Perception. Where the hell is perception? Skill?
How do I actually roll for this guy?
Where, what is perception?
Spot hidden, I think.
Yeah, okay. Wow.
You recognize him. He's Kenneth McCurdy. You know him. He stocks the shelves at the general store. You see him a lot when you're in there. He's a dude in his late 40s. He's always seemed real nice. A little slow, but actually he has an intelligence of 65. I guess he wasn't slow. He was a pretty sharp guy. I don't know. That's just what his job is, I guess. Making ends meet. Anyway, real weird. Anyway, let's see here. You go slashing your knife at him, and he ends up reaching out. And can I actually? He has a real bad sheet. I guess I just have to roll it this way. You take 2 damage as he kind of grabs onto your neck and starts trying to shove you backwards. You probably hit you're probably up against the hot grill, and it's less that he, damaged you directly, but he kind of pushed you into the grill, and you're starting to burn your arm or whatever. Or your back, whatever part of you is making contact with the grill.
And take damage. Let's see.
2, yeah, you're just going to have to apply it somehow.
Okay.
So you guys definitely hear a scuffle going on in there. Adam's guy, whose name I forget. What's your name again?
Wesley.
Wesley, the banker, is standing there, gobstruck, in the door. Eric, you finished your phone call. I assume you just, shit's going down at the Mama's Bakery. And they're like, oh, we'll send someone right away. Anyone doing anything else? Otherwise, Dave, it's you again, as Adam was, out of it for a round.
Okay. I'll try and take another swing at it.
All right.
God.
Dude, you have the worst. I mean, granted, the chance is bad, but you are.
Oh, I know.
You're rolling in every RPG is cursed.
I spot hidden. Okay.
That's true.
Why'd you even make a car salesman?
I made you waste it. Dude. He, it actually did roll damage on the other one. Yeah, I take it back. You only took 1 damage the first time, not 2.
Okay.
This time, however, even though he only has a 25% chance of success, he rolled a 5. That's an extreme success.
All right.
You're trying to jab the knife at him, and he takes that arm and just shoves it down onto the hot grill, and your arm starts burning. Give me a power check to try to keep hold of the knife, like willpower. All right, you managed to hold on to it. All right, Adam, you can now act if you want.
All right, I'm going to grab a frying pan, scream, and run in there and try to bash this guy in the head.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of pent-up aggression.
What's the scream sound like?
I don't know. Yeah. Like Tarzan.
I'm sure it's the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, do a Wilhelm scream.
That's pretty good.
Ammunition and weapons. Page not found. Damn it.
Oh, what's the question, Derek?
What? Oh, I was trying to give you a weapon. Like what a frying pan would be.
Model.
Yeah.
Humor him.
I know there's large club. This would probably be small club or something.
What are the stats for a small club?
The large club's D8.
It's thinking. You gave us the wrong rule book, by the way. I had to
give you the investigators?
Yeah.
Oh, you want the other one?
I want the core rule book.
Well, there's the investigators and there's the keepers. So, but yeah, sure. I'll give you
stat block for a small club. 1d6 plus damage bonus.
Okay. So instead of a D3, if you hit, you'll be doing a D6.
Brawl.
You're going to roll brawling, which should be on your sheet already. There is a way you can add a new combat entry if you want, and you could put all that data in there. But for now, just whatever.
Brawl. Oh boy, he's hard to hit. Wily.
Sec, I'm finding that thing for you. I made a copy of the Investigator's Handbook, or one of you did. Oh, the other one I already had shared with you from last time, I think. But, here's the link if you want the other one.
I found it on the Internet Archive.
I see. I know you didn't. That would be YouTube. Anyway, you hit. Let's see if he hits even better. I doubt it. He's not very good, but he is lucky.
Fail.
Oh, you didn't hit. I'm sorry. I thought you said you did hit.
I said he's hard to hit.
I see. I misheard. I gotta pull this open. 1 sec. I ended up closing everything when I was looking for that. Nope. There we go. Nope. All right. All right. Well, you go swinging in with a pan. You don't manage to connect in a way that damages him, but I mean, you probably hit him in the back in just a way that doesn't actually hurt him. He does let go of Bert, who's happy not to have his arm pressed against the grill. And Bert, you're back up if you want to be. I don't know if anyone. I'm just going to assume at this point anyone outside doing anything, speak up. But otherwise, I'll just, these guys. You definitely all hear commotion going. Jesus, Dave. I don't even know what a fumble does. And actually, this guy fumbled too. Now that I look at it. Hey, Adam, ask it what a fumble does.
I'm on it.
So my guess is that he threw it up in the air and the other guy caught it, but then he threw it up in the air.
Caught the blade with his hand. He's lost his fingers.
Oh, you know what? I should have given you a bonus die for hitting from behind. That's how you determine what a fumble is. But what is the effect of a fumble?
It says the fumbles have an immediate impact and result in the worst possible consequence for the situation.
Okay, well, I mean, that's a little extreme. So we'll roll back a little bit. You went to hit him with the pan. You didn't, or in a way that hurt him, but he ended up turning and burning himself on the grill, essentially. So he only took 1 damage, but it is what it is.
We forgot an important rule here, Derek.
Yeah.
You can push a roll.
Oh, yeah. You can push roll, which means you get to try again, right? But if you got to describe how you're pushing. I don't think you can push combat rolls, though.
Probably not.
And then, however, if you fail, then it's like something bad happens.
Really, really bad, yeah.
Like I'm trying to charm the librarian to let me in, and she says no. Okay, I'm going to push it. Okay, now she's calling the cops, or something like that. All right. So Dave, dude, I don't even know.
Worst possible outcome. I stabbed myself. I'm not good with knives.
I think I'm going to ignore it for right now. Right. I don't feel confident enough how that would work in combat. So you're you know what? This is fine. In this case, you jab at him with the knife, and between you guys are all flailing around wildly. The pan hits your hand and knocks the knife out of it. So now you're knifeless. But you don't connect with him. He doesn't connect with you. And I'm pretty sure he can't counterattack both of you either, which may have screwed up there before, but he hasn't hit since then. I'm pretty sure when you have multiple people on you. Hey Adam, that's what happens when there's multiple people fighting. I feel like he only gets to counterattack one of you. I don't feel like he gets to just do every single person who attacks him.
What happens when you're outnumbered in combat?
I remember there was a flowchart I had last time we did this combat.
I like how we immediately went to the most complex part of the rules.
Yeah. Once a character is either fought back or dodged in the present combat round, all subsequent melee attacks on them are made with 1 bonus die.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what mine says.
I think they still get the bonus die. Or I think they still get to fight back. You get a bonus die. I think. All right. Anyway. All right. I think this guy is just kind of snarling. Dave doesn't have a knife. You have a. I think Dave's probably closest, so he just kind of barrels into Dave, and tries to tackle you essentially. You can make a roll, but he is not succeeding. You might damage him.
What roll? A brawl roll?
Yep, brawl.
Okay. Nope.
He kind of tries to tackle you. You guys are wrestling with each other. No grounds being made. Back to the top, Dave, I guess.
Okay, well, we're rolling on the ground. I'm trying to punch him, I guess.
Yeah, you guys aren't getting anywhere. He's mostly trying to like grapple and bite at you. So you've kind of got like one hand up on his face, trying to keep him, from biting into your neck. He's really going for it. Adam, you can attack him. I'm going to give you 2 bonus dice. 1 because you're outnumbering him, and 1 because the way we just described it, they're rolling around down on the ground, and you're like up above them now.
How do I use bonus dice?
So just make a normal roll and then hit that bonus penalty thing in chat twice, and it'll just give you some different. Okay, so the 25 will make it. Well, probably. Yeah, so you connect with him. You can do a d6 plus whatever your damage bonus is. Your sheet will say what your damage bonus is.
Combat. Damage bonus is a dash.
Okay, so just d6.
I put the ammunition and weapons page from the Call of Cthulhu role-playing wiki into HM General.
Hey, Adam, while you're looking things up, I feel like there was a rule where if you take a certain amount of damage, like even before you're at 0 hit points, you could pass out or something. Can you see if there's something like that?
Yeah.
Or ask it. Either way, you guys have hit him twice for 1.
I got hit for 3.
Yeah.
In like 1 shot.
Eric, at this point, you are off the phone. You can peek in there or not. I doubt you're standing right by the phone anymore, though. I mean, you could be, but probably at this point, you either want to get closer or get farther, I'm betting.
So they're fighting this crazy guy. Does it look like there's room for me to get in there?
You'd have to peek in there, which I don't know that you have. If you've had time, if you thought you have, we can say
I will
you have.
peek in at this point. Yes.
Yeah. Give me a sanity roll, but the effect's not as bad anymore because he's just a bloody guy now. So just lose 1 sanity from seeing this.
Okay.
Guy covered in blood. You don't see the entrails thing. You don't even see the dead body back there. But you see him on top of Bert. Like, they're wrestling. You probably can't even tell Bert doesn't have a knife anymore. And Wesley's like trying to smack the guy in the back with a frying pan real ineffectively. Honestly, take your sanity back. I honestly don't feel like it's enough yet that you would have lost it from what you're seeing. So I will retract your failed sanity. So if you want to do anything, you could probably pile in there if you want. You'd probably be the last person who could. You don't have to by any means, but that's what you're asking, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, for other people, well, you probably see a knife on the floor if you want to get real deadly. You could do brawling. There's obviously there's more pots and pans and stuff. There's a cheese grater.
If you take more than half of your maximum hit points, you take a major wound.
In a single hit, right?
Right.
Okay.
Like in one shot? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, next look up grappling.
I would want to grapple, but I don't think I want to try and get into those rules right now. So
I'm on it.
It could take mere moments.
Oh, it's a lot of compare builds.
Oh. Well, this guy's build is 0. He's completely normal. So I guess Dave's bigger. I guess 1 is not average. So you're actually bigger, which I think gives you a bonus die?
Yeah, I read something about it. It's
If you have a smaller build, you take a penalty die when grappling.
Okay.
On the maneuver roll. Make a maneuver roll, maybe just a fighting attack.
We'll call it brawling.
The brawling skill.
Mm-hmm.
The opponent can choose to either dodge or fight back, just like regular.
And then what happens if you succeed?
You can disarm, you can restrain, you can gain tactical advantage, like knocking them prone, or you can escape yourself.
Okay.
And then once a grapple has occurred, there's other rules.
So he would get a disadvantage for grappling you, but you get no benefit for grappling him, it sounds like. Which is a little weird, but
yeah,
that's how I read that.
Other uses of build are it actually determines my physical size, so that may mean I am easier to hit.
Oh, he would have a harder time escaping, though. He'd be at disadvantage for escape. Okay. So yeah, you could grapple if you want, Eric. I don't know.
Sure.
You get, I'm going to say 1 bonus die in this case. And it would be a brawl, it sounds like. Well, Jesus, the fumbles tonight. You kind of try getting him in a headlock and you start wrenching him up off of Bert. But he pulls away from you. You lose your grip on him. But once again, he ends up back on the hot grill right there and takes 2 damage from it, and doesn't even really. I mean, you can hear the flesh sizzling. You can smell it. And now that you're closer, this guy is like covered in gore. You're seeing, and you probably just saw what's her name laying there on the ground. But yeah, his arms and his back is all burned as he falls against the grill, but he's still up and he's still kicking. And I kind of lost track of who's gone so far.
I bet it smells great in here right now.
Burnt flesh all over the place. I'll try. I'll take another swing at him.
Outside, those of you not in the kitchen, you see a cop come in. Stanley Alexander, you know him. He was, a couple grades ahead of you in school. And
he might be 30.
He doesn't even stop to ask you questions. He's going straight for the back there. He's got his gun drawn. Let me see if I have a picture. Boom. There he is. Did it not work? His handout is not currently shared. Do you want to share? Yeah, I want to share it.
He looks like a sheriff.
Yeah. He's not the sheriff. He's a deputy. But the rest of you don't see that just yet. So I don't remember who's gone or not. Let's just say, Dave, you're up. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm trying to grapple him. Just kind of pin him down.
Sure.
Does the build size difference give me any kind of bonus? How does that even work?
Nope, it'll end up giving him a penalty if he is pinned.
Okay.
You make a brawl.
Yeah.
He. So you're the first one I've been considering. So he does not. He manages to grab onto you, and he just starts biting into your arm as you're trying to grapple with him, and you take 3 more damage.
All right.
You're having some bad luck there.
Yep.
Adam, you do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna beat him in the face with my pan.
Cool. Ooh, that's pretty good. You get a bonus die too.
Nope.
Yeah, you hit him. Do a d6. You know.
It's something.
And Eric, now I'll take you. I will either let you re-roll a sanity, or you can take your previous roll. It is up to you. I think only if you fumble would it be worse, though. So
I'll take.
now that you're actually, now that you're kind of seeing the full scene. All right, you're like, yeah, dead body, whatever. Cool. Yeah, you're able to act normally.
Okay, I will try. But I get a bonus because I'm second one on him, right?
You get a bonus. Yep, you get a bonus die. That will hit, and that is that 20%? No.
No.
Yes.
Yes, barely. 17 would have been.
Why is it 17?
No, that'll be hard, but not extreme. That's a.
Sorry,
7.
Yeah, it's the half.
7 would have 14.
Yeah,
14.
17.
And you have a 15.
7.
I'm so confused.
I thought it replaced the ones or the tens digit, so that would be a 13.
7. No, it's the 10th digit. He got a 13.
It replaces the 10s, which makes it a 13.
He needs
My
a 7.
My two thresholds are 17 and 7.
There actually is. You can change your rolls on your sheet to be verbose, and it will. It'll always show the breakdown. Maybe we should do that. Anyway, you did hit though, so let's see. I guess it's probably a D3 damage, unless you have a strength bonus, damage bonus. You might actually. You were. Did you have a bigger build? I feel like you did.
D4, I have D4 damage bonus.
Nice. And you were wait, were you grappling or were you hitting him?
I was grappling.
Okay. So you get a good hold of him.
Yeah.
So the cop bursts. He'll struggle to try to get away from you, but I don't see it happening. Nope. Even with the penalty. Even before I roll the penalty. The cop bursts in, aims directly at the guy, looks like he's about to shoot, even though you're right there, pauses a moment and says, "Get out of the way, let him go."
Okay.
As you let him go and step away, the guy, McCurdy here, the blood-covered dude, snarls at Stanley, the cop, kind of loses all interest in you guys, and before he can even take a step to charge at him, though, the cop just unloads on him, 3 shots in the chest, and McCurdy goes down. So, combat's over.
I lay on the ground bleeding.
Unless you're attacking the cop. You're mostly burnt, Dave. You do. I guess you do have 1 bite to your arm. It's probably not bleeding profusely or anything, but yeah, you're. Stanley looks around for a minute and holsters his weapon and says, "You all okay? Hey, Bert."
Yeah, why did you shoot him? We were just trying to hold him down.
He was dangerous.
I look at my burnt arm, my forearm probably got put on the stove, and I'm looking at him like, I can tell that.
Let's see here. I'm not super familiar with this. Give me one sec. You can give me a psychology if you want. Yeah. He's like, oh, you should get that wound attended to. We'll get Doc down here in a minute. Put in a call. I doubt he has a radio, huh? This is the 20s. Man, what did cops do back then?
They had radios, CBs.
In the 20s, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Or how big were radios back then, though?
It was probably in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So he kind of pokes at McCurdy with his boot for a minute, make sure he's not looking. He looks over at Mama and winces, and then all right, everyone clear out of here. We'll get some doctors. Get back out in the other room, and he starts heading to his car to call it in. Hey Eric, give me an intelligence check. Yeah, okay.
American police did not have radios in 1920. They didn't start using two-way radios until the 30s, and that was limited to like vehicle-mounted equipment.
Well, then he goes to the phone. I guess calls the station and calls the doctor. He basically starts calling things in. Hey Adam, look up healing.
Okay.
But yeah, the guys come back out from the kitchen, and the ladies are just sitting there, still enjoying their meals, I guess. And,
well, I mean, that kind of a commotion sounded like a man thing that they needed to take care of.
Yeah, patriarchy.
What was I going to do?
Patriarchy. All right.
So Bert's pretty messed up. He's got a nasty burn on his arm. He's bleeding a little bit from the shoulder. Actually, it's mostly the bleeding from the shoulder. You'd notice the arm's like nice and red, but it wasn't like, oh my god, you're melted to the point you're never going to recover, because that would be beyond just general hit points damage. But
you get 1 hit point back per day, and then you can use first aid kit if we got one.
Yeah, the doctor's going to show up. That's why I was trying to be preemptive.
Yep. He's only going to get 1 hit point back.
Oh yeah. Well, welcome to Cthulhu. All right. Well, maybe his arm is in worse shape than it looked. Stanley starts kind of asking you, what happened, what you saw, what went down.
He is? Who is?
Yeah, he'll probably focus on Bert first, since Bert seemed the one who was most directly getting his butt whooped. Stanley the cop. Officer Alexander.
I tell him I walked in and he was chewing on Mama's guts. Is she okay?
She's dead. That might be true. You never saw him check for a pulse or anything, though. You would suspect if she this is 1920s. There's no way she would survive. Whether or not she's actually dead at the moment, though, is a whole different thing. But yeah, he's just calmly like, nope, she's dead. Did he say anything?
No.
Mm.
As soon as he saw me, he stood up and attacked me.
Well, Doc's waiting in his office. Called him and let him know you might be coming, because I just realized the doc's probably not coming there. Might want to get that arm checked out.
Yeah.
We'll have someone sent around to deal with the body. He's mostly talking to Betty at this point, who's now probably out on the sidewalk. Yeah, she probably came in now that stuff settled down.
What's this cop's name?
Stanley Alexander.
Hey, Stanley. It sounds like you expected this to happen, almost. What do you know?
Yeah, give me a charm roll. Or persuade, I guess. One or the other.
That's charm.
I'll
Whichever one's better.
Yeah, charm's definitely better.
Okay. You had some reports of a madman running around. And at this point, Fred rather, is like, he was there pretty quick after I called. It was like, 20 seconds later after you called, he showed up. So it definitely wasn't from the call. Yeah, we had reports a crazy guy was running around town. I heard the commotion and I came in. Those of you who had been sitting in the diner did see his car pull up. Like he'd been driving kind of slowly, and then he stopped suddenly and jumped out and went running in. So that kind of matches. It was pretty loud, the commotion going on, and Betty was out on the street still screaming. So anyway, Stanley actually says, "Yeah, well, we'll get someone here to deal with the bodies and." Recommend you all, get yourselves taken care of. And he just gets back in his car and drives away. Like he just leaves. It seems a little odd. But I don't know, maybe that's police procedure, unless you guys, have some knowledge about that thing. You're just kind of like, that's it? You just walking away?
Would I have knowledge of police procedure? Where would that knowledge be?
Law, maybe? There's a law skill, I think. Yeah, sure. I mean, you can decide whether it's weird or not on your own, but you don't have any specific knowledge about it. Okay. Oh, Jesus, a 5. That's nice. Annabelle, you don't know anything about the law. You just know the patriarchy's keeping you down. And also, it might be hard to get a job here now because the owner's dead.
You could become the new owner.
In fact, come to think of it, Betty's out of a job now, too. It's just a bad day for people with jobs.
On the plus side, probably not paying for this meal.
It's true. True.
I could go for some bathtub gin.
You invite everyone over for bathtub gin?
Yeah.
Wesley's getting even more concerned about his sister. He's going to try to give her a call.
You were the one who you were supposed to have dinner with her, right? Is that it? Or you were calling to have dinner?
Over for dinner and she didn't come to the door and wouldn't answer the phone.
Yeah, her kids answered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You want to go check on your sister?
I know.
You feel like call her. Oh, you want to call her? All right. Yeah. Well, there's a phone right there. That's fine.
Yeah.
The phone rings just about the time you're about to hang up, thinking no one's going to answer. One of your nieces picks up. Hello?
Hey, it's your Uncle Wesley. Can I talk to your mama?
No, she's busy.
What about your papa?
He's busy too.
Well, if you see him, when you see him, tell him Uncle Wesley's got important information.
Oh, yeah?
Call me back. Yeah.
Okay, we'll tell him. These kids are like, did it say how old they were?
No.
I think they're roughly like 10.
Sure. There's a sweet in it for you next time I see you.
All right, Uncle Wesley. Yeah, I forgot your name. Okay, Uncle Wesley. See you later.
Bye.
It still seems a little weird to you. Normally the kids don't answer the phone, but
Yeah. It's a small town, right? I'm gonna head over there.
okay. You don't have to, but you can bring any friends with you if you want. Actually, as you're getting ready to leave, a truck pulls up. It's not it's not an ambulance. It's not from the morgue. It's just a truck. Driving it is Freddie Jensen, who I might have a picture of if I can find it. Freddie. Well, I don't, but we'll just do this. Wait, I have Freddie in here. Yeah, I do. Okay. He looks very, he looks better than Adam's guy, at least.
He looks trustworthy.
He pulls up in his truck and he gets out, and this is probably as you're finishing your call. You guys probably took a few minutes too to ineffectively bandage up Dave a little bit or something with some nearby stuff, or at least Betty was doing that for him. Not in a way that helps you at all, mind you. But fussing over you. And then Freddie comes in. You guys. He's 32. He had a reputation, in school before you got there. Like you'd still heard his name. He was always kind of like a punk ass kid. You think he runs a junkyard now or something. He gets out of his truck. He gets a couple tarps and he starts heading into the diner. And he looks at you guys like, what are you dipshits still doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fucking care. And then he walks in the back, dragging the tarps with him. And you hear, you hear him working in there. Yeah, you feel free to leave. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just go down the list. What's Bert doing? Adam's getting ready to leave.
I'm heading to the doctor's.
Yeah, okay. How about Fred? That one's Eric. I realize you guys might not know your names either.
No, I knew. Does Bert need help getting doctors? Otherwise, I guess I'm heading home.
Yeah, you guys are. Do any of you own a car? I don't know if any of you do.
I don't think I do.
You know what? Is there like a wealth?
Does Mama own a car?
She probably does. There is a credit rating skill.
Yes.
And let me just look at what you guys have.
Mine's pretty good, I guess.
I'm going to compare it to Betty. Betty's got a 20. That sounds about right. School teacher has a 30. Okay. I'm getting a baseline. Bert's got a 30. Bert, that's not so good.
Wait, which one are you looking at?
Credit rating.
Credit rating.
Annabelle's got a 10. That makes sense. She's unemployed right now.
Oh, what? Okay. I went over to possessions and looked at my cash.
Oh.
And spending level.
Fred. Oh, I think my bad. Fred. Okay. I think you guys are all pretty broke.
20.
Maybe Wesley. Maybe the banker. 30.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm not sure any of you own a car.
That's all right. It's a nice day for a walk.
Yeah. All right. So Fred and Bert are going together to the doctor. Wesley's walking off towards his sister's house, and Eloise, I assume is how you say that.
Yeah, Eloise.
Isn't there usually an E on the end? How do you spell your daughter's name, Adam? There's an E on the end, right?
my daughter's name?
Do you not have an Eloise? Who the hell is that? Don't you have a daughter, Eloise?
I
You
have an Elise.
Elise. Sorry, my bad. That's my bad.
And
That's my
there's an
bad.
E on the end. Yeah.
All right. And Annabelle. Eloise and
As a
Annabelle, what do you guys do?
As a strong, independent woman, I'm going to go with the group that has the most men in it for the doctor.
That makes sense. And school teacher's going to go get some bathtub moonshine? Or is she going with the group?
Yeah, I'll go with.
Okay. So most of you are going to the doctor. Dave, you're going to get patched up a hit point.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can get like a kick-ass steak knife or something from the diner to take with me.
That is not a problem. You go rummaging around. You find
Maybe a cleaver.
Do you want to go back in the kitchen? That's where the good shit would be. But
Yeah.
that's back where shit went down. You do want to do that?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was all fun and games until there was gunshots.
You don't need a horror check because as you get back there, like the body you can see, he's currently like wrapping in a tarp. And yeah, you can find there's actually a knife right there on the floor that Bert had dropped. He looks at you and he's like, "What do you want?"
Shut up.
I like it. Spicy.
I will. I'm looking for something in like a meat cleaver, I think. Unless there's like a crowbar, but I doubt there would be.
Yeah. You see one, you kind of have to walk around. Give me a give me a sanity check. As you do indeed see Mama's body, which has not been covered yet, and that's a credit rating check. Unless that was.
Oh, that was before. I don't know how to roll a sanity check.
You just click on sanity.
Clean up the body. Is that what happened?
That is what happened. That does seem odd.
All right.
Wow. Well, you failed twice because you were so good.
I did it.
At this point, it's only one sanity loss, but you.
Then I logged out of the game again.
Yeah. You probably herp into the sink for a minute as you see her body. Not a lot of vomit, just, whatever you just got done eating. But there is indeed a meat cleaver, so after a moment you have that. And Freddy just kind of snickers at you when you vomit. And then starts dragging...
it's not nice.
Starts dragging the first body out, wrapped in a tarp. And kind of unceremoniously ends up dumping it in his truck, which that probably happens about the time you guys are all leaving.
Wesley's having second thoughts about walking through the dark on his own. He's gonna.
It's dusk. You have a little light left.
Well, having heard there's lunatics about, and having witnessed one in person, I'm gonna suggest we go to my sister's house after we get what's his face patched up.
Okay.
Is that all right with you guys?
Sure.
All right.
You guys all head to the doctor. Dave, you get a hit point back. You're all bandaged up nicely. I'm looking for the map, which I shared with you all, but I can't find it. There it is. So you guys had been at, is it even on the map? Yeah, Mother's Baker's Diner. You were at 8. It's not a super big town, given that the scale is like an inch is 500 feet. Does it actually have your sister's house on there? I don't think it does. What's your last name?
Frost. She would have a different last name though.
Yeah. You're basically down Main Street, like, half a mile.
Okay.
I was checking to see if I see a doctor on here. I don't think I do. But we'll say he's near wherever the drugstore is. So 13. Oh, you guys are actually really close. It was just kind of up the street, just a little bit there. So yeah, it's not much of a walk to the doctor's office. Maybe it's a little bit past the drugstore there up along the river, but he patches you up, and now he's very interested in your story.
Okay.
Just like any person would be at that point. Like, yeah, some shit went down. He's like, wow, oh, that's crazy. No way, Kenneth McCurdy? That dude's always so nice. Assuming you guys aren't like, we're not telling you what happened.
Oh no, we'll let him know what went down. I mean, he's got to fix my arm. I'd like for him to know it was bit into and burnt. And
yeah, he pours some shit on there that burns like hell because he's like, oh yeah, infection. But yeah, bandages you up so you're not bleeding anymore, and you probably won't get infected.
okay.
And then Adam seems to want to go check on sorry, not Adam, but his character wants to go check on his sister. I don't know your guys' names. I'm gonna fuck that up all night long.
I put it on my profile, my avatar.
That helps. Thank you. Yeah, 3 did that. Good job. All right. Is anyone not going with him to his sister's house? Are you explaining to them why you're concerned, or?
Yeah, we'll chat on the way to the doctor.
Why? What do you say?
I say I'm real close to my sister, and I haven't been able to get a hold of her, which is disconcerting.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't have anything else to do right now besides heal.
Bleed. It's a nice night for a walk.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. So you guys spend, 10, 15 minutes walking to the house. It's just starting to get, it's dusk. The sun's starting to set. But you got a little bit of light in the sky as you go up to the front door and presumably knock.
Yeah.
You see some lights on inside. You open your sister Glenda opens the door. Ferguson is their last name. I wonder if there was a Ferguson house on the map. Ferguson. Hey, 27.
Did we go to the right place?
I don't even see it. Oh, I mean, okay. It was a different direction, but whatever. It was like 2 streets over, Pine Street, whatever.
Sure.
Forgot where my sister lived, guys.
Glenda! Finally, I've been trying to get a hold of you.
Oh, hey, Wesley. She seems kind of out of it. She's got one eye that's like bloodshot, like maybe she's got pink eye or something. It's like, oh, hey, Wesley, what are you doing here?
Hey, I was just worried about you. Usually you pick up the phone right away. What you been up to? What's so important you can't talk to your old brother?
Oh, I've just been busy. Keeping the house clean and making meals and, stuff. She seems really out of it. Like,
Yeah.
she's usually friendly, animated.
Yeah. Well, let me introduce my friends here.
She's kind of oh, yeah, you have friends here.
Yeah.
Like she didn't even realize really.
Yeah.
Until you called them out.
Oh, I forgot. Fred mentioned he had to hit the restroom. The gentleman's room.
Oh.
You mind if we stop in?
Oh, you want to come inside?
I don't actually wait for her to answer. I just kind of push past her.
She wasn't exactly letting you in. She kind of said that, and then she turned to look inside the house, and you push your way in, and it's not a problem. She wasn't ready to block you or anything, even if she was going to.
Yeah.
She's like, oh yeah, okay, and steps back as you come in. And you walk in, and she's there by herself, as far as you see, and you know where the bathroom is. It's a normal house, so you walk in, your living room, kitchen, bathroom. There's an upstairs where the bedrooms are. I'm sure they have a basement, which I don't know what a 1920s basement is.
Cellar.
Yeah,
it's probably one of those outside the house where you open up from the outside, right?
Yeah.
With the 2 pull open doors.
Like
we'll go with that.
Oh, I just forgot. I owe whatever her kid's name is a piece of candy. I'm gonna go look for her. And again, I just walk off without waiting for a response.
What are the kids' names? Shirley and Maxine. They're 12. I was wrong.
Okay.
Oh, they'll be here in a minute. Just why don't you have a seat, and then I'll call them.
No. I know my place around, and I just walk off.
To where? Like their bedrooms, or?
Yeah, upstairs.
Okay. She's like starts to kind of object a little bit, and then just kind of closes her mouth and turns and stares at the rest of you. She like nobody's. Whether is anyone going to use the bathroom or no? I don't even know who you said needed it.
He claimed I did, so I guess I'll wander off that way. Wander off some way.
She just kind of stands there, looking at you all, but not in a way that she's concerned or confused or anything. She's just like I got nothing to do. I'm going to just stand here and stare, more or less. Everybody give me perception rolls. Or it would be spot. Actually, listen rolls.
Even me?
Yeah, everybody.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
You guys apparently all have default listen, which, that's how it is. Wesley, you head up the stairs, and you don't see anyone in the bedrooms. And give me an intelligence check, too.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
What do I have, like a spider sense going on? What makes me think something's up?
Well, right now you're wondering where they'd be, the rest of the family.
Okay.
But I guess what made it weird in the first place was she wasn't answering the phone. The girls were like, you've never not been invited over for dinner, right? Or whatever. Like it was a normal thing for you to go. And now like her behavior here is just like really passive and like blanked out, and it's weird. It's almost like she's like drunk or something, but she's not slurring her speech or anything like that. She's just stoned, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I looked through all the rooms upstairs, offices, whatever's going on up there.
The girls' rooms are actually, give me a spot hidden roll. Yeah, okay. The girls' rooms are very neatly made, which is unusual. Normally, they're kind of messy kids. And the parents' bedroom is actually messy, so it's kind of opposite at the moment. But nothing like jumps out at you, literally or figuratively. And then Eric, give me one additional listen check. Just Eric. Al, did you ever make one?
No, I'm so dumb.
Well, fair enough.
I don't see on the sheet where I make that perception roll.
It's under the.
It's not perception.
It's called listen, not perception.
Oh.
There's spot hidden, which is like visual perception, and there's listen, which is audio.
All right, gotcha.
Extreme success. All right. I could pull you another channel, but I'm not gonna, because I think it'll just play out in a way that doesn't matter. Eloise, with your exceptional hearing, you feel like you're picking up like screams coming from under the house, like the cellar. Like they're really muffled. No one else can hear them, but like you occasionally, at first, you're kind of like tilting your head, like, "What the hell am I hearing?" And then, like after a while, you're like, "That's got to be a scream." You can't make out words, but with your extreme success, I'd say you think it's male. And like you're pinpointing it as that's got to be like in the cellar or something.
Okay.
No one else can hear it, and
Yeah, I asked. Does no one else hears that? Like, I swear I hear screams.
Everyone else can have one more listen check. Yeah, Bert, you think now that you're kind of listening, yeah, you think you hear it. Everyone else is like, nah. Oh, okay, Jesus. Everyone but Eric, who's in the bathroom, I guess hears it now. Now that you're listening, and the whole time you're talking, what is her name? Gertrude? What was it? Glenda. She's just sitting there, just standing there, like not even participating in your conversation, just like staring off blankly.
Interesting. Is there a way down inside the house, or is it only outdoor? I'll start looking around. If she doesn't really if she doesn't take an interest in what we're doing, I'll just kind of start looking around for.
All right, Dave, give me a spot hidden.
Okay. Spot hidden. Well,
Maybe Wesley wants me to.
And actually, Eric, give me a spot hidden too.
in the bathroom.
Yeah, in the bathroom. Fair enough.
Yep.
Well, it's Cthulhu. You aren't going to make all the rolls, but
Oh yeah, no.
or any.
Not complaining on those sort of skills.
Any of with these fucking characters. Sorry, Andrew, you were about to say something.
I was wondering if Wesley wants.
If Wesley,
my push to talk's not working. I tried to fix it.
I see.
Give his sister the old choppy chop.
Oh. Yeah, you're just kind of how exactly? I'm just curious. Just paint the image here. How are you carrying that meat cleaver?
Oh,
You're just sitting there on the couch, like holding it. Okay, well, Glenda doesn't seem to care. Adam, the only other thing that jumps out at you is the girls' rooms have a lot of flowers in them, like planted flowers, and that's new. Like
planted flowers?
Like, yeah, like they transported flowers, like flowers from outside. There's like different varieties of flowers, like all around their room in like little pots, which is like you haven't seen that before. That's weird.
Yeah.
But maybe they have an interest in flowers all of a sudden. You're gonna what?
I'm gonna go take a closer look. I want to see if they're freshly planted.
Amazing flowers.
I mean, they're all sure. Yeah, the dirt looks fresh, and the flowers are all thriving.
Weird.
Dave, you got up and you were kind of looking for the sources. Yeah, definitely, you have to go through the cellar outside.
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of move away from you guys happen to be sitting like where the cellar entrance is, right outside the wall. Essentially, you're over top of where the cellar's. Once you kind of move to the other part of the house where it's not, you're like, no, it's definitely over the cellar.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going outside, but that is, you've identified that's where it is. I need to get a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So unrelated to anything, I just want to say I started playing Factorio. That game's awesome. Just so y'all know.
You buy the expansion.
Yeah, but I mean, I hadn't played the original, so who knows if I'll even get that far.
Fair enough.
It is super fun, though. It took me like 7 hours or something just to do the tutorial. But all right. So I'm sorry, Dave. I wasn't clear what you were doing.
I was gonna start making my way outside.
Okay.
As you follow, since I need to know what this screaming is all about.
As you start heading for the door to the outside, it opens and the two twins come in. Wearing nice little, dresses. Cute little girl dresses, and one of them's holding the frog.
Okay.
And they're like, "Oh, hi."
What time is this? Like 10 p.m. Midnight?
No. Yeah, no. You weren't eating dinner at 10 p.m. It's probably like 6:37.
Okay.
Oh, actually, probably more like 6:30. It's February. I don't know what time sunset would be, but it's got to be fairly early evening.
Okay.
It's pretty cold out. So also imagine you guys are like wearing heavy jackets and stuff.
Yeah.
You might have gloves, stuff like that for when you're outdoors.
I call up to Wesley and say, "Hey, the girls are here."
You would hear that, Adam.
Okay, coming down.
Okay, get a knife, Mommy. Get a knife. Okay, girls. She goes to the kitchen. They all go to the kitchen. Assuming you don't stop them or something.
Right. Well, this is Adam's family, so we'll figure out what they're doing. I'll let him do it.
Hey, my friends, high school friends.
Yes.
Something bad's going on.
Oh no!
Don't kill my family, but try to stop them.
Are you like whispering that?
No.
No? What are you talking about, Uncle Wesley? You're silly. It's just one of the girls. Oh.
What's this knife about?
Oh, we're going to dissect the frog. Yeah, learn how it works.
Okay, take it outside then.
So, Eloise here, the teacher, probably had these girls in her class a couple years ago. Like, oh, hi, Miss Bircher.
Why, hello, children.
We're gonna do science.
That sounds weird.
That does sound weird. So the mom brings out a knife. I don't know if you jump in if you're jumping in. Mom brings out a knife, and the girls put the frog down on a cutting board, and one of them's like holding it, and the other one takes a knife and just starts gutting the thing. Kind of like you did in high school frog dissection, except this one's alive when they start.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, hey, what's that? What is that? The heart? Hey, do you guys know how frogs work?" They're like actually asking you questions about the anatomy of it.
Oh my, no.
Do any of you actually have any? I doubt you do. I don't even know what skills are. Let's see. Is there like a healing or a first aid or
anthropology?
No, that's not how the body works. Right?
First aid, I have at 30.
Natural world, probably.
Medicine at 1.
Oh, medicine or first aid would work.
Holy cow! First aid. But ow.
Yeah, you're able to mansplain the hell out of that frog to them. And they're nodding along, and they're actually like asking intelligent questions based on what you're saying. Like they have abnormally good knowledge of this. In fact, it gets to the point where you're like, they're asking me questions that I don't really understand. in terms of
anyone
like
have a
specific body parts.
crazy family we can go stay with?
I bet your dad would be really interested in this. Where's he?
Oh, he's busy.
He's usually home by now.
Yeah, yeah, he's busy. Right, mommy? Yes, girls.
Hey, can I see that knife for a minute? I want to try something.
Okay, Uncle Wesley, here you go.
All right.
Kill 'em all.
I know. I stabbed him. I just kind of hold it and don't do anything.
What? I thought you were gonna help dissect the frog. That's
think
okay. I think we already saw everything we could from it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to heading outside.
Yeah, okay.
Boy, I sure am hungry,
Yeah, that
sis.
sounds good. I will also go outside.
You think you can whip up a nice meal for your family? It's about dinner time.
Oh, yeah, Wesley, sure, I can cook something. Okay. And she just turns around and stares kind of blankly for a moment and then kind of starts getting out bread and like peanut butter or something, like the simplest thing possible.
Hey, girls, while we're learning things, why don't you tell me what these flowers are in your room? They're very pretty.
Oh, yeah, we'll tell you all about them. Come on upstairs.
All right. I keep the knife with me.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're heading up with them. Glenda's making sandwiches. Annabelle and Bert, I'm going to get the names before this is over, are headed outside. And
With Eloise. Eloise is
Eloise too, so that leaves Fred. What's Fred doing?
I guess I'm waiting around for the sandwiches.
All right, so you're just standing there by the table next to the front. Yeah, Glenda's just making a sandwich, like real slow, real deliberate. It looks like a good peanut butter jelly sandwich. All right, you guys are outside, and I assume you're heading to the cellar?
Yeah.
It has a big old padlock on it. But you definitely can tell the screams you're hearing are less forceful than they had been, but now that you're right there, you can definitely still hear them. Right. There's definitely someone in that cellar saying, help me.
Well, if he's yelling for help, I'll see what I can do. Is this is there anything around here like a rake or yard tools?
Probably you could probably check the garage.
Okay. Yeah.
Do they have scrounging or anything? I don't know skills. Spot hidden. I guess anyone going to help look in the garage, give me spot hidden rolls. It's not really whether or not you find something, but how long it takes.
Boo.
That is first aid, sir. Oh, never mind. That was my fault. I was scrolled at the same roll, though. Eloise, you helping look? Well, you'll get there eventually. Did you? Oh, you did, man. Okay, you all failed.
The first to roll.
You guys are like, man, this garage, all sorts of tools, but none of these will help. So, but you're looking, you will find something eventually, but it's taking you some time. Adam, you go upstairs and they start telling you, yeah, this is this flower, and they start giving you like the scientific names of the different flowers. I don't know anything about flowers, so I can't say it, but the genus. I don't know what is that even a thing?
Flora.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just rewatched on my flight back. They had on the in-service television. They had season 2 of Parks and Rec, and Tom, when they had in the pit, they put in a little garden, and he would pretend to know what the flowers were and the different plants, but they were just rappers' names. So I'm betting you're looking at DMX or something, or Puff Daddy.
Yeah, well, these girls actually seem to know, or at least you assume they do. It's believable to you, unless you also have some nature skills. Like, yeah, this one and this one grows here, and this one I was surprised we found because they don't usually grow in this area, and this one was really cool and it was pretty, and I liked
Got
it.
Natural World. I'm going to see if they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah,
I mean, they sound real smart.
So did you girls just get these flowers recently? They look freshly potted.
Oh yeah, we actually, hold on a second, I gotta check. Yeah, we were doing that. We did that yesterday. We found them all. But now we already learned about flowers. Now we want to learn about the animals. Adam, give me an intelligence check.
Okay. Hey.
Hey, on the button. It was nagging at you before, but you couldn't quite place it. But now you have. They own a dog, which usually runs right up to you when you come in the house, and you have not seen that dog.
Oh, what's the dog's name?
Bingo.
Bingo. Hey, where's Bingo? I've missed the old pup. I shout.
Oh,
Bingo.
he ran away.
Oh no.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
This morning.
Did you look for him? Why are you?
Yeah, Dad's out looking for him. At this point, I'm not sure. Did they tell you they heard the stuff in the cellar? I actually don't know if that got communicated to you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't. No, they didn't. They told me the girls were here.
Okay.
When I came down.
Yep. Okay.
Does
Fair enough.
my brother-in-law have a car or truck?
Yeah, they probably have a car.
Is it at home?
It would be in the garage. I mean, the garage was closed, so you don't know.
Okay. So I don't know.
Those of you out in the garage, yeah, the car's there.
Okay.
Eric, you're in the kitchen, and she just keeps putting like plate after plate of sandwich in front of you, like oblivious to the fact that you're not going to eat all 5 of these things, or not a word or conversation the whole time she's doing it. She's like on autopilot. You just ate. You're probably not all that hungry. Out in the garage, eventually you guys find like a crowbar. It takes a while. It was like, halfway behind a shelf or behind the tool chest or something. You had to move it around. You spent a good while looking, but you have now found a crowbar. That's probably your best option. You don't see any bolt cutters or anything like that. If you use that to get the thing open, it's probably going to be loud.
That's
But
fine.
Okay.
I'll take it. I'll head out and start working on that truck.
Give me a strength roll out there. Dang, you're the leverage master. You wedge it in there and you twist and you pop it and it goes right open on your first try. Just one big clank as the lock comes off. No one inside even hears anything.
That's what I was that's what I was going for.
Yeah. Yeah, you open it up.
Yeah.
It's very dark down there.
All right. Did we have any lights from the in the garage?
I can just set the house on fire.
Give me a luck roll, whoever has the best luck among the 3 of you out there.
Luck roll. Maybe me?
I don't think it's ever you in any game, Dave.
I have an 80 luck.
That's pretty good.
All right.
I'll make a luck roll. Wow. Yeah, there was a lantern out there. Hey, give me one more luck roll.
Okay.
It even had fuel in it already, so kerosene. Give me one more luck roll.
You're just trying to make me fail, aren't you?
Hard success. There were matches. There was a box. There was a not a box. Yeah, like a box of matches right next to it. So yeah, that was all there. You go back and get that if you want.
All right. We'll do that.
Adam, you're probably still talking about flowers upstairs with them while this is going on.
Looking for the dog at this point.
So yeah, cellar, stairs going down. You shine the light down. I mean, you just see the bottom of the steps at this point, but make your way down.
Yep.
Creaky wooden steps as you go down. You get a kind of a whiff of a strange, like, medicinal smell as you go down. And then is everyone else going with him? The two of you outside, or are you just waiting at the top?
Yes.
Keep my distance, but I'll follow.
And you're Annabelle, right? Is that your name?
Yeah.
You've got the meat cleaver, correct?
Yeah.
And Dave, you've just got the lantern. All right.
Right. Well, I got the crowbar still. I got a lantern and a crowbar.
Oh yeah, that's fair. You got a crowbar. I think you already had large club on your sheet because it assumed at some point you might get your baseball bat. That'd be what the crowbar is too.
Right.
You head down and you see a guy tied to a chair with his back to you, and you can tell he's like breathing really heavy and hard. And as you kind of look around, you don't see anyone else down here.
I start looking for everybody else. Or is anybody else that might be here?
That's okay. Give me a spot hidden.
That's not where my strengths lie. My strength is in strength.
You do not see anyone else down here. It's not a real big cellar. So if they're hiding, they're like very cleverly concealed.
I'll spend 6 luck.
Sure.
Make that a 25. Yeah.
At that point, you are confident that no one else is down here.
Okay.
You take an extra moment, you shine the light like over by a stack of boxes because you're like, oh, someone could be behind there, and you kind of angle it up. You're like, no, there's no one back there.
Okay.
Like at this point, they'd have to be like, pure ninja stuck to the ceiling, something like that.
All right.
Other than obviously the guy tied to the chair, he's here.
All right.
You don't have a good look at him right now. You're just seeing, the back of his head and probably his legs.
Yeah, I'll head to him.
You do see some like on a table near him. You probably see some knives, bottles of you're not sure what, but like you think that's where the smell's coming from, whatever's in those bottles. Okay, you go take a look at him.
Yeah.
So he is tied to the chair, and as you get closer, you see that he is actually cut open, like from chest to belly, and like it's all flayed out and pulled back, so you can see like all of his organs in there beating. You actually have no idea how this guy's alive.
Right.
But give me a sanity roll when you see that. Yeah, that was good. Hey, should your default be to attack?
No.
Okay.
I probably try real hard to keep myself from vomiting again.
Roll a d4.
A D4.
Yeah. You didn't vomit the first time. That was Andrew.
Sure.
All right.
Is he still talking? I mean, we heard.
Yeah. You hear him going, "Help me!" It's not as loud as it had been when you were upstairs. He seems like he's running out of steam. So take 3 sanity loss.
All right.
And You have not lost a fifth or more of your starting sanity, have you? Probably not. That'd be like 10 to 12 for most people.
Yeah.
I don't think you have. That's like a number everyone should keep in mind because that's when weird stuff starts to happen. Or if you lose 5 in a single roll. You probably you give me I don't know what the stats
You said
are.
a fifth?
A fifth.
It's the number that's over on to the right under insanities.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
F insanity. I wonder what that is.
Yeah, so if you lose 5 in a single thing, that's temporary insanity. Something happens. Maybe you blank out. Who knows? Indefinite insanity is you start to get more like permanent quirks, flaws. You know.
All right.
Anyway, what was I checking for? All right, I was going to have you make a dexterity roll.
Oh, that's no good.
You made it. So you stumble back in horror. Your lantern bangs against the table that all the tools are on, but you manage to avoid it like shattering or, breaking and catching the place on fire as you jerk backwards. So you take a moment, you hold down the will to puke. Did the other two you go down?
I didn't get close. I'm at the bottom of the stairs, I guess.
Yeah, I'm probably behind her.
Okay. So you see, like, whatever he saw when he got up to that chair, you can tell it was horrifying.
And he's not untying him?
I mean, not at that exact moment because he was, like, reacting in horror and now he's, like, getting a moment to compose himself. What do you do after that is up to you, Dave.
I don't actually know at this point. I mean, does it look like this guy's going to live?
You're not sure how he's alive right now. No, you don't. Well, I don't know. Give me a first aid roll.
Okay.
Or medicine. Whatever's better. It's going to be first aid, though.
You are correct.
Wow, you got a good first aid.
Yeah.
You can't imagine this guy could possibly. In fact, with that roll, you are like, it is not just like, man, I'm surprised this guy's alive, but you're actually like, how is he alive? Like, that's it. He should not be alive. You don't think?
Yeah.
That said, with that roll, you can also kind of see that he's probably not going to be alive for long, one way or the other. Anyway, like he seems to be fading. But you literally, like, you can see his heart beating in his chest right now. Well, yeah. And it's curiously like there's not a lot of blood here either.
Right.
Everything okay?
No, it is not. I'll come back.
Why aren't you untying him?
Help me!
He's not going to
Kill
live.
me!
Did he actually say kill me?
Yeah.
And I'll go untie him. Give me the...
Do you just do it from behind, or do you actually take a look?
No, I'll go take a look.
Yeah,
Obviously,
okay.
This is a stupid man that doesn't want to help anyone.
Santa hero. That is a weird looking roll, but that is a success.
Yeah,
Wonder why it looks like that.
What the fuck? I will not untie him.
I will
go outside.
You do still lose 1 point of sanity regardless, but you have no like involuntary reaction or anything.
So it's like of the 60.
Yeah, so you'd be down to 59. You would have lost. Didn't you lose some before when you were puking?
I don't remember. Sure, why not?
I think you lost 1 before too, so you'd be down 2 sanity.
Okay.
But do you untie him though?
No, I'm going outside.
Okay. So Eloise, now having seen that, 2 people walk up this guy and be like, nope. What do you want to
Yeah, I think I am gonna go outside with my woman friend, woman power.
do? Yeah. Adam, you're probably, you just finished up your bingo conversation, or maybe you're still asking more, but we're caught up to where you were.
Okay.
I don't know what you want to do. Like, the girls have shown you the flowers, or like.
Does the girls' room lock?
From their side, probably, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna
Honestly,
walk out.
how did doors in the 20s? It'd be like a latch probably or something. Like, not a real effective lock.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna go out. I'm gonna
honestly for the girls' room, I'm just gonna say no. They actually don't.
That's fine.
But yeah,
That's fine.
okay. Yep. Sorry.
I'm gonna go to the garage.
All right, you head down outside. Fred's either sitting or standing there at the table with a pile of sandwiches in front of him. Your sister Glinda is just kind of standing there, not doing anything now that she's made the sandwiches. And the girls follow you down, and they go grab a sandwich. And they're like, "Hey, Fred." Or, I don't know. How'd you introduce yourself? Because you were the one talking to him about the frog, right, Eric?
No.
Oh, you weren't? Was that Dave? My bad.
Dave, yeah, that was Bert.
All right, never mind. They probably aren't too interested in you then. All right. Are you going outside or are you staying in the kitchen now that Adam's come down and left?
I'll head down with Wesley.
Okay. So the girls stay inside. You guys go outside. And you're going to, you said the garage or the cellar?
Yeah, I don't believe their story about
Bingo.
the dad being gone.
Oh.
I haven't heard anything about the cellar, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any reason to go there.
Do I happen to know from my? I guess I'm a dishwasher, not a waiter, but I didn't recognize him as the father, did I? Probably not. I probably was drawn more.
I don't remember what his.
Deputy.
I don't know if I know what his job is. He'd be the older brother of. You know what? He'd be the brother-in-law. Give me a luck roll.
I see how it is.
I mean, this was your high school friend's older sister. Maybe she was like 2 years ahead of you. Maybe the guy she married also went to your school. Yeah, you recognize him. That's definitely what's his name? Donald Ferguson. 2 years ahead of you in school. I guess you'd probably know him anyway, like just from being in town. I guess
We should get everyone and we should go.
So you guys are heading back up out of the cellar. It sounds like Adam was going to the garage. There's a car there. Garage door is open, which it wasn't when you came.
Okay. I'm gonna go back in and say, "Hey, I heard Fluffy went missing. I'm gonna go,
It's bingo.
help him." Help.
Your
look
step parents
after him.
are dead.
Let me borrow the car for a few minutes.
Oh. Yeah, I think Donald has the keys. Maybe. I don't know where Donald is. I think.
Do you have a spare set?
He's looking
Where's
for
Donald?
bingo, Mommy. Remember? Oh yeah,
where does-
Donald's looking for bingo.
Where does Donald usually keep his keys when he's home?
He's not home.
Well, I'm curious. Maybe he's got a spare in the same place.
Oh. I guess they'd be, and she turns and looks at like a little pegboard in the kitchen, and like literally the keys are hanging right there. She's like, "Oh, there they are."
Oh, there is a spare. I'll just borrow these for a few minutes. I'll be back.
Okay.
All right, let's get
Bye,
out of
Uncle Wesley. So you probably head back out with the keys. You probably encounter the people coming up from the cellar, unless they were just like bolting across a yard somewhere else. I don't know what you guys were doing when you came up, but do you close the cellar? Do you leave it open?
Oh yeah, we close it.
You hear like one last as you're like heading up. You hear one last like as forceful as you can do it. Kill me! Like the three in the cellar heard that, not you other two.
Yeah. If we find him, we're like, I think your brother-in-law is downstairs being pulled apart.
That's not that you've never heard.
Okay. I go down there, I guess.
Don't go down there.
Yeah, it's a
Feel like
toughie.
I have to.
Probably should go down there.
Do you give him the lantern?
Yeah.
Okay. You give me everyone. Give me a spot hidden check. Oh, actually, not everyone. Who's going to the cellar? Just Adam, or is anyone going with him?
I'll go with it.
Okay, everyone but those two. Give me spot hidden checks.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, don't pay attention to that one.
That's fine. You failed anyway.
Everyone but who?
The three who are not going to the cellar. If you're not going to the cellar, give me a spot hidden check. Now, Louise making the perception rolls tonight. Oh, she's got a good spot hidden. Damn. She's good at watching kids misbehave is what it is. See, girl power. The two ladies see one of the little girls like looking out the window from like behind the curtain watching you guys. And when she sees you watching, she pops her head back in and closes the curtain. And all right, Adam, you head down into the cellar. Yeah, I was wrong. This won't be one session. You get down into the cellar, and I assume you're going up to the guy, right?
Yeah.
From behind, it definitely looks like your brother-in-law. Yeah, give me a sanity roll.
Donald, what happened? Sanity. Where do I find sanity?
Kill me. It's like one of the main stats at the
What are your
top.
stats?
Oh, I see it. Click.
All right. Roll D4 and lose that much sanity.
Roll 1d4. 1.
That's only one. That's not bad.
That's nothing.
Lose one sanity, and you actually scream in shock and horror as you see it. You're, oh my God! That kind of scream.
Jesus.
Donald, we gotta get you out of here, man.
Okay.
What happened?
You cut him free?
Is he talking? What's he saying?
Kill me. I don't know if that's coming through on the mic. He said kill me.
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay.
Oh, we heard.
Boy, I don't know. Let me make a medical check. Medicine.
Sure. First aid, probably.
Yeah,
I mean, whatever's better for you, but.
Oh, first aid.
Jesus.
First
Yeah.
aid.
No.
First aid.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, dude. So what are you trying to accomplish with that?
I just trying to get a sense for if he's
Patch
if
him
I
up.
get him out of here, if he's going to survive.
You really don't think so, and you're like Dave, like you're like, how the hell is he even alive? Like, you should not be able to see him open like that and see like organs, beating and like it's remarkably not very bloody.
Okay.
It looks like it was almost surgical the way he was cut open, and you see the tools next to him that were probably used.
I'm going to run back upstairs and
Poor Donald.
use the phone.
You're going back in the house?
Yeah.
The door's locked.
What about the garage door?
There is no garage door.
Oh,
It's a separate garage. Yeah.
Okay.
That said,
we need to get to the hospital. The doctor, quick.
That said, you do have a house key on the key ring that's got car keys.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I open the door.
Oh, hey, Wesley. You're back?
Hey, I need to use your phone. Quick.
Oh. Yeah, sure. It's, you know where it is.
You have one in the office? Somewhere private?
We don't have an office, Wesley. We just have the one in the parlor here, the living room,
Okay. I call 911 if that exists
or
tonight.
whatever the equivalent is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When was 911 invented?
Oh,
The odds of there being a phone in a rural house in 1920 are super low.
yeah, that's
But
actually a
they
really
already
good.
had one.
Well, that's
Yeah.
actually, yeah, they did have one. I'm actually not entirely sure this was supposed to be 20s. Maybe it was supposed to be 60s, which would fit better, but whatever. We're going with it. They had
Well, if
one.
there's no phone, I'm not gonna go inside.
Yeah, I guess your brother-in-law was pretty wealthy. I mean, he's got a car. He's got his own phone.
All right. I'm gonna call the local hospital. Say we need.
How serious were you when you said don't kill my family?
Dead serious.
You're calling the hospital. All right.
Yeah.
What are you saying? I want to hear what they're hearing on their side. Well, right now you only see your sister. You don't see the girls.
I mean, I'm just gonna straight up and say, there's my brother's been all torn up in the cellar. I need a doctor, medical emergency.
Oh, that's not a good idea, Wesley.
Is that the sister talking?
Yeah. She's not upset or anything. She's like matter of fact. Oh, that's not a good idea. She's not saying that threateningly at all.
Yeah. Well, I still say it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I give the address.
They get the address and they'll send someone.
Okay.
Give me a listen check while you're doing that. Okay. Those of you outside, he ran into the house. You're all outside. What are you doing exactly out there?
Waiting for him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought we were leaving, so I was waiting.
Are you near the front door? Are you like out by the street?
Oh yeah. I'm basically got my foot in the door. I don't want it to close.
Oh, okay. You keep the door open. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You've made your call. Now what are you doing, Em?
I'm gonna go back down into the cellar. I'm gonna tell the boys, the crew, that help is on the way.
They're not in the cellar. They're right outside.
Yeah, but I passed them on the way, I assume.
Oh, I see. Okay. Are you doing anything when you get down there?
No.
Okay. Yeah. You wait longer than you feel like you should have to. You're like, "Oh, this is taking forever." But it could have only been, a minute or two. Time's getting kind of weird in here as you're hanging out in the cellar with your weirdly mutilated brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Eventually, cop car pulls up with Officer Alexander in there again, and also the chief of police, whose name I almost have, Martin Kavanaugh. He pulls up and he's like, he gets out of the car and they start walking up towards you guys. Did the rest of you all wait? I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I did.
Huh. You guys again. What seems to be the problem here? The deputy's kind of taking the lead. The chief's standing behind him.
It's down in the cellar.
The chief. You notice the chief's got. Actually, everyone give me a spot hidden roll. Everyone up there, anyway. Yeah. Eloise doesn't notice, but the other two see like a faded black eye. The chief. Maybe he was in a fight last week or something. Anyway. Sorry, what were you saying, Div?
I tell him that, hey, it's down in the cellar. Wesley's brother-in-law is injured. He looks like he's been cut on.
Oh. Yeah, we'll go check that out. He kind of looks at you guys for a minute and he looks up towards the house. Anyone in the house?
Well, yeah, is Wesley's sister and two nieces.
Where's Wesley at?
He's down in the cellar trying to, keep his brother alive.
Uh-huh. Yep. All right. Well, Doc should be here in a minute. We'll go look. And they both start walking over towards the cellar. Adam, you hear footsteps coming down the cellar behind you. You got the lantern down there, right?
Yeah.
Ah, Mr. Frost.
Sheriff, what are you doing here? I asked for medical assistance.
Oh, we got the call too.
So they're on their way? How far out are they?
Oh, they should be here any moment.
Do you know any medical treatment?
Stanley kind of walks up next to you and looks down at your brother-in-law. Oh, Donald, that looks rough. He seems kind of nonplussed by the whole thing. Donald's going, kill me. Now, Donald.
I pat him on the back.
Hang in there, buddy. You'll be fine. Stanley's behavior is a little weird, but, everybody deals with it weird. Yeah, you might want to go wait upstairs there, Mr. Frost, and you can direct the ambulance down here when it comes.
No, I couldn't leave him. I've known him for years.
Suit yourself. Martin, why don't you head up there and get Martin is the chief of police. So the deputy is telling the chief of police, hey, go up there and wait. And the chief of police is like, okay.
Yeah, that don't seem right.
So you guys see the chief come back up, and he comes and looks at you guys and kind of stands with his hand on his gun, and he's like watching out. He's kind of halfway keeping an eye on you and halfway watching the street, waiting, apparently.
We know he's the chief of police, right?
Yeah, you would definitely know that.
Okay. Hey, chief, what's going on?
Seems like Donald's injured down there. Don't know what happened. Maybe some sort of accident?
Why are you here? You usually don't come out on calls.
Oh, sometimes Stanley needs the backup. It's been a crazy night.
Like, what's going on? I mean, I know that that guy attacked us out at Mama's.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that's his whole conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not super talkative. He's kind of dodging your questions.
Oh, I'll keep asking.
So Stanley's down in the cellar with you, and he's kind of doing the drum the fingers on the butt of his revolver thing, but not in a threatening way. Like he's just kind of bored, and he's leans back against the table with the
what I'm doing with my meat cleaver,
with the surgical stuff. He's like, yeah. Wonder what happened here. What do you think happened here, Wesley?
Something horrible.
Yeah, but
it's almost like he was dissected.
Who could have done such a thing?
I would know. I just saw one. On a frog.
Maybe it was McCurdy, that guy you ran into earlier. Maybe he did this. Maybe he was up to some crazy stuff before he got to the diner.
Seemed like a precision kind of guy.
Yeah, I bet it was McCurdy. Yeah. Definitely a crazy guy. Up to some crazy stuff. Good thing that's all over now, though. Kill me! Donald. We're talking here.
When's that doctor gonna get here?
After a moment, a car does pull up, and it's I don't know that there's really a hospital. I know you called the hospital, but it would have had to have been a doctor. I don't think this town has a hospital.
Right.
So an older guy comes out. He's probably the same guy who patched you up earlier. He's older. He's in his late 60s, and he kind of not in the best shape. He kind of hobbles up, the medical bag in his hand, and the chief just kind of hooks a thumb towards the cellar, and he starts heading that way.
Right.
And indeed, he goes down the cellar. He comes down, and
Doc, thank goodness you're here.
he says, "Oh, fucking hell!" And like, he definitely had a reaction when he saw Donald. He's like, "Oh my god!" He holds in his lunch. His hands are shaking. He's like, he starts, after a minute, he composes himself and starts trying to, he doesn't even know what to do. He's like, I don't even know what to do for him. Like, I don't know how he's alive. Yeah, McCurdy got up to some weird shit, Doc. Yep. I don't
Patch him up quick.
I don't think here. Help me lay him. Let's get him out of this chair. Why is he still tied to this?
Just tell me what to do.
Get that scalpel on the table and cut him free.
All right.
And he's getting out. I don't know. He's basically doing his best to try to like close up the guy's body cavity. Donald's just moaning and screaming at this point. Stanley's just kind of watching you all with kind of a bored expression. A little bit of interest, like, yeah, okay. That's weird. And he works on him for a little while, and he's like, I don't know what I can do for him. And actually, Donald starts, now the guy's like messing with, he's got him down on the ground and he's like, trying to do shit to him. Donald starts like this is your brother-in-law, starts flopping around, and after like a minute or two of the guy trying to do stuff to, like, Donald seems to be dead. He's not moaning anymore. He's not moving. At some point there, he started bleeding all over.
Donald.
And the Doc, I need a name for the Doc Quincy. Sorry, I couldn't help him.
What happened? Couldn't have been an accident.
Yeah, that McCurdy. Stanley starts walking up the stairs. You guys see the cop come up, and he goes and knocks on the front door. The little girls both open it. And he's like, "Can I use your phone, girls?" "Of course, officer." He goes into the house. What else are you doing, Adam? Well, first of all, you're down there. Are you coming back up, or are you?
We were all there. The door wasn't closed. I didn't let it close.
You've been holding the door open for the last 15 minutes while you wait for the... Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'll listen to the...
Sure, give me a listen. Give me a listen roll with a bonus die.
I'm not being that...
No, I know. Well, if you want to just walk in, that's fine. If you're holding the door, it's like a room away.
Well,
But if you're just following him in, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he calls some number and he's like, "Yeah, I need you to. We got another body for you. Come pick it up. Here's the address." Well, he doesn't say it. He probably just says the Rodrigo place, or whatever the hell your last name was. I forgot.
This is the sheriff talking, or the deputy?
No, this is the deputy. Yeah. So Bert hears that. I don't think anyone else does. But Adam, did you come back up, or were you down there? I can't remember what you said.
Yeah, I'll come back up.
All right.
Actually, I'm gonna search the body.
I'm expecting you, just because you always do, to steal some sort of organ and keep it. Give me a spot hidden, and actually give me. You had a good medicine roll on him, right?
Yeah.
Or first aid.
Yeah.
So you had seen he had the one thing that stood out, because so much of it was like surgical and almost pristine in the way that he was dissected. The one thing that stood out is he had like a blood red eye, one of his eyes.
kind of like his wife did.
Yeah, hers was more like pink eye, and his was like full on, like you got beat in the head and like a brain bleed, like real red. Versus hers was more like pink eye.
Okay.
But yeah, and you're looking at the body. Fuck. I'm trying to think if you'd even have anything on that would matter. I don't think so. I don't really think you find much. Just his everyday. Probably he's got his wallet on him.
All right. Is there any kind of weapon down here in the cellar?
Well, there was the knife that you cut him free with. It was kind of like almost like a really.
Did they keep an axe down here for chopping wood?
No, that would have been in the garage. Cellar would probably mostly be storage and keeping things cool.
Okay.
I'll
head back upstairs and grab the axe.
Yeah, sure. There was an axe in the garage. Why not? Actually, what the hell? There's an axe. Give me a luck roll.
My brother would want me to have this.
Give me a luck roll. Brother-in-law, right?
Hey.
Or was it? I thought it was your sister. Was it your brother?
No, he's my brother-in-law.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the axe was down here in the basement. You got it. Which I guess is weird. You would have expected it in the garage, but here it was.
Strange times.
All right, you have an axe. Congrats.
Right.
You head back upstairs with an axe. You now got someone standing out there with an axe, someone standing out there with a machete. Do you bring the lantern with you? The doc gets the hell out of there. He's like, I'm not staying.
Okay.
Cop comes back outside after he made his call. He's like, well, folks, nothing to see here at this point. We'll take care of the body, and, maybe you want to stay with your sister or something to ease her. I don't know. That's up to you. But good thing we got McCurdy, though. I'm sure you're all safe now.
Is the doctor still here?
Yeah, he's getting ready to go, but yeah.
I'd like to tell him that, hey, you might want to look at his sister. She's a little out of it right now. I don't even think she knew that was happening, whatever happened down there. But she's acting funny.
Well, of course she'd be out of it. You saw what happened to her husband. That would affect anyone, says the cop. The cop says it.
I say she's got something wrong with her eye. She won't admit to it, but I know her pretty well. It's unusual.
The doctor the doctor will say, yeah, I'll check her out. And he heads inside. Are you still propping the door open, Dave? Because at this point, it's getting weird.
I'll go with her.
Okay.
No.
Or him? The doctor? Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. He checks her out. He's like, yeah, how'd this happen? She's like, oh, I don't know. Just one of those things. Did someone hit you? And basically, no. She gives no info about what happened or how. And he's like, well, it seems like it, maybe you got a burst blood vessel back there or something. I'm sure you'll be fine in a few days. And he tries talking to her about, he's sorry, Donald said. And she's like, oh, yeah, that's okay. We'll be fine. She's just not react to the fact that her husband's dead. Which he's like, you guys are thinking that's weird. You can tell the doctor thinks this is all weird too. And he keeps kind of looking at, Bert, who's, I guess, there with him, like, keeps giving him looks like, this is weird for you too, right? But he doesn't want to. He's after a few minutes of some basic questions that don't go anywhere, he's basically like, okay, well, yeah, I'm leaving. Good luck. He doesn't say good luck, but that's his attitude. And assuming you guys don't do anything about it, he packs up, gets in his car, takes off, and a short while later, a truck shows up. If you're still around, I don't know. Do you guys leave? Are you waiting for the... What are you doing, Adam? You're the main person. Like, are you hanging out or leaving? Because I think that...
We got to go talk. Let's go talk somewhere. Who lives closest to here?
Your sister
know.
lives the closest.
Besides my sister. It could be me.
I don't know. Pull up the map, see if you see your names on it anywhere. I think we might just have to make up where you guys live. I know some of you have a house. A lot of you probably have an apartment. Someone had a house, though, one of you. Or at least, have a house for another week or so. Which one of you was that?
That sounds like me, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's Fred. So Fred probably got a house not too far from here.
Fred, I need somewhere to relax, and I don't feel safe at home. Can we crash at your place for a bit?
I'm sure Eloise has a house, too.
Yeah, I was just looking on the map. I don't see it, but yeah, I mean,
Probably everybody except Andrew actually has a house, and Andrew probably has like an apartment.
Hey, look, there is a hospital.
Oh, good. Where's it? Oh, there is. Damn, you're right. Okay, well, cool. He came from the hospital. I stand corrected. It's probably a hospital of like 5 people, but
But no, I'm fine with people crashing at my place if need be.
Cool. Yeah, you're the closest. You guys go there. Town's getting weird.
this is really weird, guys.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? You guys have any idea?
I found the twins.
Oh, children of the corn. I could use a drink. Fred, you got anything good?
Obviously, Satan has infected Wesley's family.
That would be illegal, Adam.
Oh, you're right. I forgot.
There was some bathtub moonshine.
There is some bathtub moonshine, but we'd have to go to my place.
Maybe you can use Fred's bathtub.
Oh, it'll take much too long.
Well, what do you want to do about this?
I don't know. Something's up. Something's weird.
I think so too.
Do you guys have family in town?
I do.
They might be in trouble.
So,
Not to
what do you
scare you,
mean?
but well, I thought my family was all right, and the opposite was true.
Yeah, that McCurdy.
There's only so much you can blame on McCurdy. Well, I was gonna, look in on my folks eventually. I guess today may be as good a day as any. So I'm gonna head on over that way after everybody, calms down and gets, maybe. I'm not asking anybody to go with me, but that's those are my plans.
Well, I suggest that we should stick together, so I'll definitely go.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, so you guys take a minute to rest, regroup, and then make a plan. You head over to. You're walking in the dark at this point to Bert's parents' house. Which I don't know where it is on the map, but honestly, everything's, probably within a half hour to an hour walk of anywhere, given the scale. Give me one sec to find a page or something. Okay. So lights are on at the house. Walk up to the front door. Do you want to do anything else first? I don't know.
No, I'll walk on up. I mean, this is my
check the
my
cellar.
folks' house. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is my
you
folks' house.
you hear everyone give me a listen roll.
Yeah, I listen for clues.
Yeah,
Listening's hard.
you guys suck. I mean, it's all your fault for having 20 in your skill. How dare you?
Yeah, nobody put any points in listen.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes. Sure. You knock on the door, and your
Now,
mom.
before we go in, are your parents like totally whacked out all the time, or are they mostly normal?
Well, my mom did say that my dad was acting strange.
Well, that ain't no good.
Your mom opens the door, and you can tell she's been crying recently. And she's like, "Oh, Bert. Oh, you brought friends."
I did. There's a bunch of strange things happening in town.
Oh, come on in. Come on in.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'll put on some tea. I mean, I'm bad at this, Derek, the GM, but she does the normal things someone does when you come to their house, and she's hosting. Yeah.
Okay.
So she, ushers you to the kitchen or wherever, and
Parlor.
Actually, yeah, probably she just goes and makes some tea. Bert, you can go with her. While you're.
Yep. I'll go with her.
And she's like, "Yeah, your dad's he's been like obsessed with music lately. It's weird. Like all he'll do is play the worst music ever.
What?
And he's not even sleeping most of the time.
He's playing the music.
Yeah. And while they're in the kitchen talking, while the tea's getting made, a guy who you presume is the dad, to the rest of you, pokes his head and he's like, "Oh, hey, you guys, come listen to this."
What is it?
This feels like a bad idea.
Okay.
He doesn't even he waits for literally anyone to express any interest or look like they're maybe getting up, and then he's like, come on. And he heads to a nearby room, and Dave, you can hear this. You don't need a listen check at this point, but
Okay.
Is anyone going and looking?
I'll head with him.
Well,
I guess
no, you'll hear once he starts playing the music. Sorry,
okay.
Right now you're talking around.
Yes, I will though.
All right, he looks like he has taken a cheese grater, a washboard, hubcaps, oil cans. He's basically doing stomp, except terribly, and he just starts going at it, and it's awful. And he's just smiling and super into it. I mean, it seems harmless, but it's a little weird. Oh, there he is again, your mom says, as you hear the noise starting up.
So was my father any good at music before he?
He was the organist at the church, and he played pretty good organ. I mean, he is the organist at the church, not was.
Okay.
In fact, there's a piano, you guys watching him do this, there's a piano right next to him that he's just ignoring.
Awesome.
That seems not good.
Yeah. What do you call this one?
I don't have a name for it yet. I'm still working on that. Just trying to find the right rhythm. And everyone give me a listen roll.
No, I don't want to listen now.
Fumble. Dave's like, la, 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 la.
I might still be in the other room. I don't know.
Those of you who
you are in the other room, you're shouting over it to talk to your mom.
Yeah, you can still hear it. Those of you who succeed on a listen check are actually, despite the chaos and awful soundiness of it, you're actually starting to hear certain rhythms in it, and Wesley, you actually start to like apparently this is a real thing that happens to people. I don't know how to describe it. Synesthesia, where you actually like experience the sound as colors. Like that's happening to you.
Mhm.
I have no concept of how that works, but
your all of your inputs get cross-wired, and you can smell sound and see
it's weird. You've never had that happen to you before. The rest of you is just disjointed, whatever awfulness. I mean, it's there's nothing supernatural about it to anyone except maybe Adam here, but it's more like yeah, I mean, maybe you're just nodding politely. Yeah, good job, dude, or I don't know.
Are you gonna play this song at church on Sunday?
If I can get it right, yeah, maybe. He yells over the music. Are you still holding the? Are you like literally just holding a cleaver? By the way.
Well, I'm not holding. I'm holding it down. But yeah, why would I get rid of it?
And crowbar? What are you doing with your crowbar, Dave?
I still have it.
Okay.
I probably
Crowbar is pretty hard to conceal. A cleaver, you probably have a purse. You might be able to put it in the purse. Like maybe the handle's sticking out. Are you trying to, or are you just letting everyone know you're a weirdo who's carrying a cleaver?
I don't think it's weird to carry a cleaver tonight.
Okay. So his mom probably did give you a weird look when she saw it, but didn't comment on it. And then, Adam, are you carrying... You had something, right? An axe.
I have an axe.
Are you carrying it right now?
I'll leave it propped outside the door.
Okay, fair enough.
Fool. He was waiting for one of us to do that. Now combat's going to start.
Now combat will start. All right. Well, anything you want to say to your... Is this AI generated art? This is really weird. That dude looks weird. And why is she holding a knife behind him?
She doesn't like it.
I guess that's what it's supposed to indicate. She's not your mother is not actually murderous right now. I didn't notice that before I shared the image. Dude looks kind of like Danny DeVito a little bit.
For late. It's almost me, but it's not a cleaver.
The reason I wonder if that's AI generated is because that's from the Roll20 thing. The actual module has that as the image, which is a lot less murderous, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't think I got a new image.
Oh, I put the other one in Discord. Sorry.
Oh,
The other one's in Discord.
that's funny.
Right.
So that looks like he actually constructed his own weird instrument out of pieces rather than doing a full stomp thing, and that probably makes more sense. That probably better fits. So revise my description here. It's like he's got things cobbled together into weird instruments rather than just using them as instruments. Anyway, beyond that, though, you don't hear anyone screaming to kill themselves or to kill them or, basically your mom's just really upset that basically he's obsessed with this and doing it all the time.
I mean, if it's bothering you that much, do you want to just I don't know, go to your sister's tonight? Maybe.
I can't leave your father. He might be having a mental break or something. I can't just abandon him. Could use some earplugs.
I think you might want to be able to hear in case something happens. Like I said, this town is going crazy tonight.
What do you mean?
It's I tell them about who was it, McCready, who killed McCurdy killed Mama tonight. The
Oh my.
Yeah, and then we went over to Wesley's family, and his father was eviscerated in his
brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law. His brother-in-law was eviscerated in his basement.
Oh my God! Those poor girls. How are they?
Scary.
That's not very nice, Bert.
Sorry,
They
Mom.
just lost their father.
I don't even think they cared.
I'm sure that's not true.
They didn't seem to react at all.
I mean,
Like I said, they were
well,
scary.
you're really putting it in perspective for your mom. So maybe maybe her problems aren't so big right now.
I just can't. I don't know what's going on around here, but maybe.
I just can't.
That may be an answer.
Hard to believe McCurdy would do that. He's such a nice man.
Well, he bit me and then tried to burn me on the stove. And I show her my big bandage.
Yeah, she seemed remarkably unconcerned about your clear wounds. I would kill her now.
Yeah, I forgot that you had those, so definitely she would have oohed and awed over that.
Yep.
Although honestly, if you're wearing a jacket when you walk in, it'd be hard to see most of them.
Yeah. But he this is what he did to me. No telling what he might have done to other people. The sheriff seems to think he is attacking everybody. But I don't know. There's something wrong with the sheriff, too.
It's the deputy.
Or deputy. He's kind of been squirrely tonight, too.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's seen a lot tonight. I guess that would unhinge anyone a little bit.
Is this the only song you know?
No. Let me play this other one for you. It sounds remarkably the same but different. It gets into that one. He's very happy to be performing for you.
Awesome.
It's been days he's been doing this. Days.
When did it start?
Saturday morning, maybe. Saturday night, Friday night, late Friday. I don't know.
Anything strange that happened around that time?
No, he was just doing the.
No, this is my character. Can you think of anything strange that happened around that time?
No,
weird. Maybe?
No, nothing that you like. Today's been the weird day for you.
Yeah.
Not a lot's going on that you've known about. Yeah, your mom's like, no, he was just doing the late service at the church. The church actually does twice a day services. It's not just on Sundays. Sunday's the big one, but the church actually has service twice a day, every day of the week. He was just he was playing the organ. I wasn't feeling well. I didn't go. He came home a little late, and he's been just playing like crazy ever since. I don't know.
What day was that?
Friday night.
All right. I will go find. Hopefully we get some, stuff together that we can, feed, nibble on, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Play and hostess stuff, and I'll take some out to the guys and girls, and ask Wesley, when did you lose contact with your sister?
I don't know if you know the answer, Adam.
When did she stop answering the phone?
I can answer for you if you're not. If you're just trying to look it up, I can tell you, Adam. Did you know he was talking to you? He used your character name, so.
Sorry.
No problem. He was asking you when your sister when you had trouble getting a hold of your sister. Basically, you had called her to invite her today for dinner, and that's when it.
Probably like.
So, and then, like, previously, you had dinner with them, like, Saturday night. Like, they'd invited you over Saturday. You'd been there, and everything was totally normal.
She seemed fine over the weekend. Something happened between then and now.
Apparently, my father started acting weird Friday. I got no explanation for it.
Like McCurdy.
The preacher at the church was acting weird on Sunday.
He was?
Yeah.
How do we know? Do you know that? I don't know that my character knows that.
I mean, I was at the service, so I know that.
Well, explain this to us. What do you mean? What do you mean acting weird?
1 second.
Calculated.
I'm trying to figure out how to get back to that page where, like, there's
on your character sheet. At the top, there's bio and info, and it's at the top of bio and info.
I think it bugged out. I got to reload because it does not show that for me.
I can read it for you if you want.
I'm reloading the browser.
Do you want me to read the whole thing, or do you want to pick and choose?
You can read it because I don't. It may take me a sec to get back in.
So she's known Reverend Fitzgerald for many years and found him to be both wise and pious. She was quite shocked by his sermon on Sunday. He talked about slavery and quoted from Leviticus 25:44 through 46. However, thy slaves which thou shalt have shall be of the heathens that are round about you. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall be your possession. And ye shall take them as inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your slaves forever, but over your blessed brethren ye shall not rule one over another with rigor. That is kind of hard to parse, in my opinion, but basically he's saying, your blessed brethren you shouldn't rule over, but those, the lame people who aren't blessed, they're your slaves.
Yeah.
And what was weird was some members of the congregation were really super into it, but others left in disgust. I was totally like, what is going on? So I stayed to the end. And because I thought maybe the Reverend was like, I don't know. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. But when I walked out, like, I saw the Reverend beckon to a couple of the other members, the ones that were really into it. So, I mean, I don't know. It was weird.
To be fair, there were a number of people who were like, not everyone was either totally into it or totally disgusted. There was a lot of people who were just like, well, I'm here for church and I'll put up with this shit. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Yeah.
You have no idea what their real opinion was. That said, give me an intelligence roll, Al.
All right. Well, clearly my intelligence isn't very high because I can't figure out where the hell I ends up in the.
It's not a skill. It's at the top.
Oh, that's why.
Spot hidden, failed. Extreme success. All right. You recall that you don't know why. It just jogged your memory now that you're talking about it. You saw Glenda, Donald, and both the twins at church that day, and they were some of the people that the pastor had kind of like called over to talk to after the service.
My dad included?
Weird.
Did you say my dad included? He's Donald, right?
No. Donald was the guy dissected on the chair.
Okay. So my dad was not part of that?
Your dad is an organist who had been there, on Friday.
several nights.
Actually, he's been there. He's been there many, many days. But he had been there Friday night and came back playing music like crazy.
Okay.
Maybe he's just found a newfound passion, though. For music.
Music, yeah. Crappy ass music.
He's not dissecting people or eating anyone. He's fine.
Thank goodness.
So I think the answer is either we go talk to the Reverend, or we go as far away from the Reverend as possible and never ever talk to him again.
We might want to figure out what. I don't know. It sounds like some weird stuff is happening with these people. My dad, the twins, McCurry, whatever his name is, and maybe we need to figure out if it's happening to the preacher too.
I'm actually somewhat more interested in the people who left in disgust that had a severe opposite reaction. Do I remember who any of those people were?
Yeah, with that intelligence roll, sure. You can. I don't have names off the top of my head, but yeah, you know a few people because you know like everybody at your church.
Yeah, is it anyone that we've encountered so far?
Oh no, no.
Okay, is it anyone that's close that we could maybe go talk to?
It's getting late. It would be awkward, but yeah.
Well, I offer that up as a potential option.
Or you can bring them up on the phone too.
Yeah, I'm fine with whatever the group wants to do. I mean,
Apparently, everyone has a phone here in the 20s.
Yeah, we could call them up.
Like what? Let's say you probably need to go talk to him tomorrow. Like Andrew had said, most people probably don't have phones, so we'll just go with that.
Sure. Okay.
At this point, it's getting late. You might want to. I don't know what you want to do. If you want to do more stuff tonight, go to bed, regroup in the morning.
Let's crash at Fred's place. Have a sleepover.
Yeah.
Fred's place big enough? I mean, I could stay here. Actually, where is my place? I might want to retrieve my, my trusty bat.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You're all in town, so whatever.
Okay.
Everywhere's pretty much within a half-hour walk.
Actually, I don't know if I want to leave my mom alone with my dad at this point. So, how big is my parents' place?
Big enough you could stay there. That's no problem.
Is
Okay.
your dad going to make a racket all night?
You grew up there.
I hope he's not going to make a racket all night.
Oh, he's going to make a racket all night. Your mom made it clear that he plays all night, and that's part of what's driving her insane. Is like she can't sleep very well.
Think about heading to town for a little bit. Go to my parents' place. Your sister. Just
Well, if you're going to stay here, if you're going to stay here tonight, honey, then I guess I could.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So she'll do that. You're going to stay there. Everyone else is going to Fred's.
Yeah.
Or you're going to your own houses. Going to Fred's. Okay. I can't believe you guys are passing up the bathtub moonshine, but here we are. All right. Is anyone planning any excursions at night, or you're all basically hanging out, going to bed? I'm trying to find out if I should, move towards the next day, or if there's something still happening. All right.
I'm not planning on anything.
The night passes uneventfully, other than, yes, you do not get much sleep there, Dave.
All right.
It breaks for a few hours around 3 a.m. and then, crack of dawn, it's going again.
Okay.
Everyone else, yeah, you're fine. You sleep maybe a little uncomfortably on couches and stuff, but otherwise you're fine. Wake up, no one tried to kill you.
Always a good thing.
You meeting up somewhere in the morning, or?
I'm gonna run by my place and get a baseball bat.
Yeah, cool.
And I'll keep the crowbar too, just in case
Sure.
somebody else needs outfitting.
Walking down the street with a crowbar in one hand, a baseball bat in the other.
duffel bag.
And
Like my
4
old,
blunderbusses strapped to your back.
Yeah, my old, the old gym bag, where I would normally carry things like baseball bats.
Sure. Okay. So I guess you meet at Fred's,
Sure.
and you wanted to talk to some people you'd seen who had, like, people you know from church who you said were kind of disgusted. Do you all go, or is this just Eloise? And are you carrying baseball bats, crowbars, and meat cleavers when you go? Because that's going to have a different kind of reception, probably.
They're all in my bag. They're all in my satchel.
Duffel bag type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll throw it over.
How about the meat cleaver?
Well,
I'm not carrying that.
can I get like a hunting rifle? I don't know. Probably everything is fine today, right?
There's a sporting goods store. I mean, you might be able to get a rifle.
I have $20. Let me ask what GPT, what a rifle cost in 1920.
Well, I mean, that's in the book. Like a handgun is around 20. A shotgun is, 30 to 50. Rifle, yeah, it's probably affordable.
13 to 19.
Yeah, depends where
Yeah,
you're going.
I'll see if I can get a handgun. If they'll sell me one. As a woman.
Yeah, that actually is maybe a concern. The patriarchy.
It's a question if they want a 45-minute lecture from me or not, I guess.
You can tell them about all the oddness that happened last night. You fear for your protection. I'm sure they'd be all down for that.
So, let's see. Is there a gun store? Now that I think about it. Hardware store.
A town this small might just have it in the hardware store.
Yeah, you might be able to get like probably no handguns. They might sell like a hunting rifle. Like actually not even a hunting rifle, like for shooting like rodents and stuff, like a 22 or something. 22 bolt action rifle. That's probably about what's available here.
That sounds terrible, but she doesn't know anything about guns, so okay.
It is $13.
And then some bullets for it.
Let's just assume you get some bullets with it.
All right, bam, done. I'm ready. I will not take my meat cleaver to the church.
And there are 3 total available for sale. Oh man, the ammo. Oh wait, no, that's for 22 long rifle, 500 bullets is $21. So, how much money do you have?
It says my spending level is $10, but my cash is $20.
Okay, you're kind of breaking your budget a little bit by doing this. But yeah, you can get a gun and
It's not like I just lost my job or anything.
And like 20 bullets. But now you're more or less out of cash. You want one too? Sure.
Yeah. Do I just subtract 13 from cash?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys could get a box of like 100 ammo for $4 or something. Split between you or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm assuming. Yeah, you can.
Can the store man teach me how to use it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, honey, let me show you how you do this thing. Yeah. It is kind of slow to load. It's it doesn't have a magazine. There's like a tube you feed the bullets into, and then it's lever action to
Oh, my rifle skill's 25. I must know something.
That might be default.
No, I mean,
But anyway, that's fine. Yeah, you know enough to use it. So you guys have guns. I don't know if I can get those on your sheet. I probably can by the time it matters, but cool. You got a gun. They're not tiny. If you're going to a neighbor's house, that's going to be hard to.
it's rural America. It's gun culture.
No, if you're going to call on someone that you know from church, you don't bring a 22 rifle with you. That's just not.
I mean, I just bought it on my way there. I mean, it's just one of my daily errands. Whatever.
I'll put it
Leave
this
in
way:
the car.
you can do what you want. You know the reaction will not be. It's not a normal thing, and the reaction will not be positive.
It's not a normal day.
That's fine. You said you'd leave it in the car, but you don't have a car, so. All right, you're all going.
Yeah, we got Wesley's
Yeah,
brother-in-law car.
Yeah, we got what's his
Oh,
face's car.
you took it? I didn't think you took
Yeah.
it. Oh,
I took
okay.
it.
Sure. Okay, then you have a car. No problem. I misunderstood. I thought you were all walking around last night. Okay, cool. Nobody would have stopped you, so that's fine. Sure, you leave the rifle in the car. And if you have a machete, you should probably have it in your purse, or that's probably going to be even weirder than carrying a rifle, honestly. So you're all going up to the door of, I don't know, Carmichael's house. Carmichael family. You're probably leading the show here, Eloise. What are you trying to do?
I mean, I'm just trying to get I knock on the door
Yeah,
and
woman answers it. The woman of the house.
Yeah, and I ask if we can come in.
Oh yeah, sure, Eloise. Who are your friends? Oh, I recognize. She probably recognized a few of you from. I don't know which one of you guys go to church, but vaguely recognize each other at least. She's a little bit older lady. She's probably in her 40s. They don't have kids. Jessica
Basically,
Carmichael. Her husband's at work right now, so she's here alone.
Yeah, I just basically asked her about the church sermon on Sunday. And
Oh yeah, that was really weird. Like, do you think he's going senile or something? Like,
it felt more sinister to me than that. It was, I don't know. You guys walked out kind of disgusted. What happened?
just the way all those things he was saying, and like making those less than you your slaves. It didn't sit right.
Have you noticed anything weird about anyone in town since then?
I haven't really been in town too much since Sunday. You got a shopping trip later today.
Mention anything?
No. Not that I remember. Actually, yeah, give me a second. I want to make some sort of hook here, but I'm not sure what to do. So,
Okay.
Give me a moment. He was saying some people he works at the lumber mill, and some people haven't been showing up for work.
Oh, that does.
Who was he complaining about? Arnold McDermott. Yeah, Arnold McDermott. There was someone else, like a Jake. I don't remember. He's just said it. He's been in a bind because they haven't shown up. But I mean, that's all I can think of.
Okay. Well, thank you. I think I'm ready to leave, unless anyone else in the group has questions for her. But out of character, I mean, basically, I was looking to see if there was some kind of opposite effect to like the entrancement, like if they were.
So you don't think just to put like the record clear here, you don't think your impression wasn't that anyone was like entranced. It was just like some people are like, fuck yeah, I'm the man. People should be doing what I say. You know what I mean? That was more like the people who were like, yeah. You think a lot of people were just sitting there because it was church service and they're not going to make a big deal about getting up and leaving. Or maybe they were doing what you were doing and just being like, this is weird, but I'm going to hear this out. But there were definitely a few, like the pastor was talking to some people afterwards. Maybe, it was all, they were going to tell him what a great service it was. Maybe they were going to complain to him about the service, or talk about random stuff otherwise.
Well, I mean, it was the same people that were all fucked up though, so.
Yeah, that's true. It was.
So, it was either the sermon or maybe something that he did after the sermon to them, potentially. But I guess what I would recommend next, and I'm fine with whatever everyone wants to do, is I imagine it's a small town, so I imagine we know where people live, but I would want to go talk to the chief of police guy who had a black eye and was subservient to who should be an underling to him. See if we can get him, at his house, away from the sergeant or whoever the guy was that was bossing him around. Like I don't want to talk to him in the company of that guy who's clearly seems to be manipulating him. I would want to try and talk to him alone.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
So where are you going exactly?
So, I mean, the question is, do we know where the chief of police's house is?
Sure, you could figure that out. I mean, you can find that out. If you don't already know.
Let's go there and see if he's there or if we missed him and he went to work.
Go to the chief of police's house. Got it. Yeah, you go knock on the door. Do you bring weapons? What are you doing?
It's a good way to get shot.
Yeah, I didn't have any weapons, so I definitely didn't bring any, but I don't know about the rest of these fools that are going to get us killed.
I'm not carrying weapons to the chief of police's house, no.
Are you bringing them in the car? Like leaving them in the car?
We'll bring them in the car.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you all going up to the door? I will take your silence as a yes.
All go up to the door.
Sure, yeah.
Sure.
Sure, you knock on the door and there is no answer. And you do know he's married and his wife doesn't work, so I mean she could be out and about, but more often than not you probably expect her to be home.
Basement noises.
Give me a listen roll.
For basement noises.
For basement noises. This is a real good roll. But you don't hear anything.
All right. Done what I got.
You're like with your successful listen row, Eloise, you're like listening in the house. Either someone in there is standing very still or like the house is empty. You know what I mean? You don't hear anyone moving around in there. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Totally break in if you want to. Break into the chief of police's house.
No, I don't want to do that.
I checked under the mat for a key. Is the door open?
Give me a luck roll.
That's pretty good, right?
I don't know how to turn that into a fumble.
She bends down and actually hits her head on the window.
No, I know what you do here, Andrew. You spend 45 luck on this to make it a success.
Now then you have a 55 out of 10. It doesn't work.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I got nothing. You lift up the mat and there's some spiders that run out or something.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can get. We can get our guns now, right? What are we doing? Are we looking in windows? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't have any interest in his
Maybe.
house.
Well,
I
maybe
only have
she's
interest in the guy. You guys can do whatever.
needs. What if she has a medical emergency? It'd be wrong not to check it out.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll go around peeking in the windows, making sure she's not, laying bleeding in a pool.
I mean, I
Oh
think
yeah.
Then-
Give me a spot hidden roll. Actually, everyone give me a luck roll.
Luck roll.
And then that guy next to Rudy's house pops his head out and says,
Good enough.
"Hey, what are you doing?"
You can stop rolling. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. With the 3 people who've rolled so far, all having successes, as you are looking through the windows, you notice that one of the windows in the back is actually unlatched and open, which isn't really unusual. I mean, it's not like there's air conditioning, so a lot of times people just left their, leave their windows open if they're not super secure or whatever. So you do have a way into the house should you want it, and then give everyone who's walking around looking, give me spot hidden rolls. It's always the school teacher.
She is cheating a mile away.
What catches your eye as you're looking in the windows is one of the back rooms. You can see that there is like writing all over one of the walls. It's hard to see exactly you can't make it out real well because it's kind of dark in there. You get the sunlight coming through the window, but there's like no lights on and it's back a little ways in the house. But you definitely see like some eyeballs, like the pictures of eyeballs, not like actual physical human eyeballs. Not eyeballs, I should even say, just like an eye. If you were to draw an eye in Pictionary real quick, what you would imagine. You can see some of that. You can see some words. You can't really make it out. You'd probably have to get in there to find out. But it's weird that there's writing on the walls in there.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's not a normal decoration choice.
Maybe we should get in there and look it up.
I mean, yeah, I call that out to the rest of the people I'm with.
You are in his fenced backyard, so should you want to go in through the window, the chances of people are seeing you are pretty small, though probably not 0.
Never ever 0.
Well, how about we send in one person and they unlock the door for us?
Not it. I'm short and rotund and
I
Is there
can't
like
get in
a-
there. Sorry.
Is there like a stealth? What would I use for breaking and entering? Oh, stealth is junk.
Bell.
Honestly, you don't even need a roll. Like the windows that you can get through.
Okay.
Annabelle might be the first one in, given that she rolled. I don't care that it was a failure. You didn't really need a climb check for it.
Okay.
If that's what you were doing, Andrew.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
All right, you're in. More people can go in if they want.
The back
Like-
door.
It's really not that hard to get in. Like the windows, roughly, sternum height. So, sure, you unlock the back door. Everyone can come in. Look, I assume you guys look at the wall. You see, there's like there's like patterns of stars on the ceiling, but like not well drawn, like actually, like someone just drew a star, like the. I don't know that you saw me in the camera, but like a kid drawing a star, right? Not like something special. There's some eyeballs. You see the words. Everything's in English. You see the eye in the sky. Hold on one second. Eye in the sky, terror from the stars, the great mind. Those are all like words you can pick out. Some of it just looks like scribbling. Like letters that don't really mean anything put together. Just a lot of drawings of eyes and stars for the most part.
Yeah, these guys aren't weirdos at all.
And looking around, you're pretty sure. Like, well, I mean, you're certain no one else is in the house.
So, I mean, it could be that the reason that the chief of police is falling in line is because they have his wife, or he is totally in on it. But if he's totally in on it, I don't know why he would act like he, had to be coerced. Either way, this feels like a dead end kind of to me, and I'm not sure where to go next. Unless, like I said, we want to confront the Reverend or run away from the Reverend forever.
He bought it. He never showed it to anyone. He never told us.
I keep hearing your TV, Andrew.
I can't do anything about that.
Oh. Push talk. Oh, if you're talking, you're good.
Does the chief of policeman have, a handgun somewhere in his house? It's easy to find.
You give me a spot hidden.
No, easy to find. The spot easy.
I'll help with that look.
It's a good search. All right, give me a luck roll. But it's not going to be a straight up luck roll. It's going to be a hard one because I think he probably would have taken his gun with it.
He could have more guns. Who knows?
That's where luck comes in. So I was going to say if you made a hard luck roll, you would have found one.
You can spend some luck, all right?
Spend luck, and you can't spend luck on a luck roll.
No.
No, you look around, you don't find it. Find one. You know what? He might have a rifle. Come to think of it,
I don't need a rifle. I mean, it's probably better than the piece of shit I bought, but I don't need a rifle.
There's probably a shotgun here.
I'll take a shotgun.
Okay, you get a shotgun, and you see about 6 shells for it.
Okay.
Buckshot. It'd be a 12 gauge.
Okay.
All right, stealing from the chief of police. I like it.
He's never gonna know.
All right. So, you guys, where you headed? You don't even have to. Well, let's put it this way: don't feel like you need to go straight to the church just because something needs to happen. There's random shit that can happen in town if you're just kind of chilling out for a little while too. None of it's super exciting, but if you're like, my characters aren't at the point where I'm gonna go fucking jump into the church and beat up a pastor, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think I'm at that point yet.
Will you go check out the workplace and/or house of the dude that burned you?
Rudy.
I heard he was up to some bad shit.
Was he? That's what the sheriff said.
That's what I heard.
Deputy. This is what the deputy said.
Shoot the sheriff, but not the deputy. All right. I need to find out something about him. One moment. Yeah. Cool. You head to his house, and you guys know him enough to know that he's not married. And you see his house. I assume there's some way you look up people's houses, like the equivalent of a phone book. I don't really know. Otherwise, you ask around, or you use your local knowledge. Whatever. Between you, you guys can figure out where he lives. And yeah, you're at his house. It's daytime. I don't know if you're carrying your weapons for this one or not. He's in a neighborhood, so I mean, people might see you if you're all walking down up to his front door with weapons and guns in hand. But you do you.
Well, I think I'd probably do a little searching first without weapons in hand. Just want to check his place out and
Cool.
see what's what.
You do not see any open windows for him, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I assume when you say that, you walk around the house, you're peeking in the windows. It doesn't seem like
Yep.
anyone's there.
Okay. Excuse me.
Is there a noticeable difference in the atmosphere of the town among regular townfolk today when we're just out and about?
So far, since you guys have been driving around in a car, I don't know that you've had a ton of interaction other than when you were at the hardware
Okay.
store. Although, now that you mention it, I'll throw this in there for fun. 1 second. It didn't mean a lot to you at the time until after you saw the sheriff's wall. But there was homeless George, as everyone calls him, who was walking down the street and kept yelling. He's often drunk though, so it's not totally abnormal. It didn't stand out, but you do remember now he was talking about the eye in the sky among his other rantings. So once you saw that on the wall, that kind of was like, oh shit, that connects a little bit. Homeless George, they call him.
Yeah.
Says me.
I wonder why.
And Annabelle, you had heard, you ran into someone while you were, out walking around doing your morning errand of going to the hardware store. Someone else who used to work at the restaurant who also was just fired, like you were. And you guys both bitch about that. Felix, was his name Felix?
Well, we could go check out Elmer's, where I used to work. Something crazy's going on there.
Yeah, like Felix just fired her too, just like you got fired, and didn't even give her the final pay. And it's weird because it's not like Felix even runs the place.
They do. So they do owe me money, so I could go collect now.
Get your backpack.
But that said, at the moment you are at this McCurdy's house.
Yeah.
I heard he was up to some bad shit.
At McCurdy.
I'll take like you said we peeked in the windows and didn't really see anything.
No, it looks empty. I mean, it looks uninhabited from what you can see. It's a one-story house. It's pretty small.
Yeah. I'll is there a way I think I could get in?
Yeah, the front door.
Is it open?
I mean, do you try it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Oh, okay. I'll walk on in then.
Yeah. His house is a bit of a mess, and you're just kind of searching the place, seeing what you find, right?
Yeah.
Anyone searching can give me spot hidden rolls. Louise and Annabelle. No, that was not Annabelle. Wesley. So the spot hidden here isn't so much that it was well hidden as Let me think about how to do this. You connecting a few dots, I guess. You know, so he's got a garage attached to the house, and one thing you know about him is he wasn't a wealthy guy, but he was a bachelor, and he put most of the money he had into a car that was pretty nice. You do not see the car in his garage, and you see that he took it to junkyard slash like auto repair slash scrap guy, whose name, you know, the guy with the Weasley mustache, who I don't remember the name of at the moment. Frederick? No. The guy who was loading bodies in the back of the truck, though. That guy.
I thought that was Frederick.
Maybe it was. It came to mind. Freddie Jensen. That's what it was. Yep. And he even has notes where he was like, yeah, auto repair place quotes this much for a new, I don't know, whatever, some car part. Freddie can do it for, you know, half the price or whatever. Freddie's mostly a junk scrapyard, but he'll, you know, if you want shitty repairs with half-assed parts, maybe he's your guy sometimes, and it sounds like maybe.
Or bodies collected for some reason.
I'm
Or
still not
bodies
convinced
collected.
that those bodies weren't robots, and he was collecting them for parts. Like it's the twist of the story is that they were actually robots, and this is a pseudo future tale. But we just don't know it yet.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the main thing you find in here. Otherwise, it just looks like a bachelor's house. Like there's nothing out of the ordinary. There's no weird writings on the wall. There's nothing other than his car's not here.
Boo Earn.
I think we will stop there. The main hook you guys have right now is something with the church, but I think I'll have something happen next session to give you a couple other things too. This scenario is a little weird in that it kind of makes you want to go investigate things, but it's also, I mean, I'll just kind of say it because it'll make it work better, and it's a one shot. It kind of escalates over a couple days.
Sure.
Shit ramps up. So if you end up doing nothing, it's going to bring back around. It's just going to be like, okay, I'm time fast forward a little and this happens. So if you're like, man, I just don't know what the fuck to do, then we'll just be like, all right, well, you don't do nothing. I'll have some time pass and something will happen. Rather than us sit here and worry about it. Anyway, we will pick that up next week. Probably it'll be done next week.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Happy Halloween ish.
Yeah, ish.
Thanks, guys.